This week on Gridlife Digest, we're talking about what video games would make great movies, share funny high school stories, our first kisses / sexual experiences, and the effects of excessive marketing, all next. Welcome to episode 10 of Gridlife Digest, the culture and gaming podcast. My name is Noah Friskop, and joining me this week is Mad Max Meyer.
What's up, guys? It's been a while.
Micah Benfett.
Shoe Ice here.
Elijah Shaw. Double digits. How does that feel?
Why I didn't do my intro?
Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. God. You want to start over?
Let's go.
Damn it. We haven't learned shit.
I haven't learned anything past 10 episodes.
Sorry, Elijah. What were you saying?
10 going strong. 10 years old.
Whoa.
All 10 years old.
That's a
Is
twist.
that how our podcast is?
I mean,
It's like, you know, your RPG character. If it's 20, it's 20 years old.
It's level. Yeah, it's
I don't
level.
know.
We have a level 10 podcast. I mean, that's
Yeah, level 10 podcast. We're getting out there,
Yeah.
guys.
that sounds pretty cool.
We can do this.
We're past the tutorial. We're getting in there.
We're well beyond the tutorial. We're out there kicking ass now.
We're kicking ass, taking
Just
names.
Yep, we gotta level up our other stats now.
Yeah, got to get
We're
some
learning our limits.
into pickpocketing, into some sneaking.
Mm, some archery.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
we invested a couple skill points into archery at this point because you want to get that early damage.
Yep. I think we got some
I'm all
blocking in
on
there.
destructive magic.
Some destruction.
I always like a little bit of healing magic, just in case shit hits the fan, just as a
even it
backup.
out.
Yeah, because you run out of potions sometimes. You're gonna need it when you're a level 10 podcast. It's dangerous out there.
I mean, if you're just burning people, you don't need to worry about healing.
I mean, I guess if you're just like really just covering everything, just fire just everywhere. What are we talking about? I don't know what's happening
I'm having
anymore.
Skyrim flashbacks.
I know. I was gonna say like we're out of Bleak Falls Barrow by now. Probably met the first dragon. Maybe learned our second shout by now. I was trying to
Damn.
maybe.
Our second shout.
God, we're getting there.
We're getting up there, man.
We gotta start making like 1,000 iron daggers to
Yeah.
level
We're
our
just,
smithing.
We're just strolling through a white run, having a good time.
Yeah, trying to like
Killing some randos.
we can't afford the house yet, but we're almost there. We're like 4,000 gold.
Yeah. You think we can get married yet?
No,
Is
there's
that a long ways off?
there's the one merchant in Whiterun, but she says a lot of the same dialogue over and over again, so I don't know if we're there yet. She's kind of
She's not interested yet.
feeling it out. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I have a
Yeah,
question.
we gotta drop some.
Yeah.
pickup
What's your
lines.
question? I apologize.
What's your question, Eli?
I didn't get that far into Skyrim, so I don't. But I was a lizard man. Could I just marry anyone?
I think
Are
so.
they down
Yeah.
with lizard.
I hope so. Unfortunately, there weren't
Okay.
many lizard people to marry, but yeah, if you were a lizard, you could get down with anybody you want. Ideally.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. No.
I'm
There's.
sure there's some girls out in Skyrim who want a lizard man.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
absolutely.
Or lizard.
A wizard
something
lizard.
like
I want to make a wizard.
Yeah,
lizard
wizard
character.
lizard.
That
I
sounds
was
fantastic.
a wizard lizard. I was part of the wizard guild or whatever.
Yeah, the Mages Guild. That's fantastic.
I love that.
Mages guild.
What was its name? Was it literally Lizard
Yeah.
Wizard? Because that'd be fantastic.
Severus.
What's it, gizzard?
Severus the Lizard Wizard. I love that.
Yeah.
He probably has like a super
Fuck
like
yeah.
deep backstory. That sounds like it should be a character, like in an Elder Scrolls, like an
should be a
NPC, just
character.
a random NPC or a follower.
It's a character on our podcast. I don't
No, it
know.
is the pod. It is like the mascot. Our mascot is a
Mascot. hooded
lizard, a hooded lizard who does
With
destruction
flames
magic.
coming out of his hands.
Yeah.
And he has like a Gandalf pipe, smoking on it.
Yeah.
His big old wizard hat.
I'm loving
just
this.
Yeah, wizard lizard.
What kind of lizard is he? Because I mean, we can't use Argonian because Bethesda will be on our door. So is he just like a chameleon? What is he?
I'd say more gecko-ish.
Okay. I was thinking like an iguana maybe. I don't know.
Ooh,
Iguanas are
yeah,
fun.
I like iguana. I like their mohawks,
Yeah, iguanas are pretty cool.
their spines.
Their spines, they're pretty big too. They can. I feel like he would really rock the whole wizard attire. I actually have like a Gandalf hat from a costume a few years ago. We can repurpose that. Yeah, it's got like a beard on it. It's pretty great.
Let's do that.
I like that.
I had to
dress up in that.
I had to spray paint like a graduation gown, an old graduation gown. So it was just like covered in fumes, and I don't know how I like didn't pass out while wearing it. But yeah, no, it was good. Good fond memories of that thing.
I'm sure you got a little high off that.
I'm sure a little bit. I must have gotten something. Maybe that's why I can't think straight still to this day.
I killed a couple brain cells, but
yeah,
I mean,
it was worth it.
We lose them eventually.
I'll find a picture for you guys. It was great. Every Wednesday, each of us chooses a topic for conversation, and we recommend a piece of media for the group and audience to check out. You can get this show on iTunes, YouTube, and now Google Play every Wednesday, and be sure to check out gridlifedigest.com to see all the content in one place. While you are at it, follow us. Yeah, we're podcasting. While you're at it, follow us on our social media platforms at Gridlife Digest on Twitter and at Gridlife Digest Pod on Facebook and Instagram, so you never miss what's happening. Housekeeping. We recorded the first episode of Gridlife Love Letters, detailing our appreciation for Uncharted. Be sure to check out our social media for more details, like when we're going to upload, because that hasn't been decided yet. What have you guys been playing this week?
So I haven't been playing much, but it has only been Destiny.
It can only be Destiny. It is your destiny.
It was only Destiny, and I did the raid again this week because they reset it every week.
Of course, gotta get those new drops.
Oh yeah, it was a good week. I think we finished it on Thursday. So since Thursday, I felt freedom from Destiny.
Like the weight has been lifted. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the weight has been lifted. And so yeah, I've been kind of taking it easy.
Fantastic. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta have a little break after all that grinding.
Then it restarts on Tuesday.
Then you're back in it. How about you, Micah? What have you been playing?
Let's see. I mean, I really haven't played anything except for the game of life.
The game of life.
I guess life is a game if you think about it.
What level in the game of life are you?
I mean, I guess it correlates with my age.
Yeah.
So I'm level 19, going on level 20 next month.
See, that sounds so much cooler than just saying I'm 19 years old. Like saying you're level 19 just sounds so much cooler.
I'm level 19.
Like when you're old, you can be like, I'm a level 70, blah 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 blah. It's so much cooler.
And I've been progressing my riffing skills. They're pretty high up there compared to normal level 19s.
You're min-maxing your fucking with your roofing skills.
Yeah, like yeah. I could, like, a girl, I can tell her I can put a roof over her head. Was it physically or no? Metaphor, literally and figuratively. That's what I meant to say.
So your speech skills and is correlating with your roofing skills.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
You get that persuasion bonus, a little bit of charisma boost. Gotcha.
And but yeah, and then I've also been leveling up my I don't know, what is it called, education skills. those are going up too. I put some time into that. But yeah, those have been going up.
Fantastic.
And my days have been like 12 hours. So I get up at like, I don't know, 6, and then I don't come home till like 8, not 8, like 7:30. And then I eat dinner and then we go to bed. And
it's a lot of grinding.
I'm busy right now. But yeah, sorry. That was my grandpa. He was asking me to come and help him with his computer, but I can't because I'm here.
Are you just like the IT guy of the house?
Yeah, exactly. I was back at my other grandma's house, and she was asking me what to do about her eBay order, because I guess she might have accidentally ordered something twice on eBay, but she didn't. It was just 2 emails she had gotten. It was her confirmation email, and then her confirmation email for shipping, and she thought she had to order the same twice. So she was super confused.
She just
But
saw the
I
subject line
clarified.
eBay and was like, "Oh shit, Micah,
Yeah,
what have I done?"
she was pretty freaked about it
What have
because
I
each order was like $100.
Oh my
So she was like,
gosh.
"Oh my god, I spent an extra $100 on something." But yeah, she wasn't happy.
Yeah, I think no one would be happy about that.
I'm glad that got
I mean,
resolved.
yeah, I helped her out with that. And then today, well, my grandpa was having troubles with his laptop, and I guess it was just stuck. It wasn't working for some reason. So I tried restarting it, and then it got stuck being restarted. Like it never restarted. So what I did recently, I pulled out the battery and put it back in. Still doesn't work. So he says he can call up HP and have them fix it.
Did you defrag it?
What's defragging? How's that work?
It won't even turn on.
Yeah, like I can't.
It's beyond
there's no
defragging.
There's no defragging to be done there.
Yeah, it's past that. I was just a suggestion.
No,
Well,
shots
but
fired
yeah,
to HP.
Fuck HP.
damn.
They're not doing such a great job right now. I mean, they should be doing okay if it's a Costco computer, but I don't know. It's not doing okay.
They're laying off 5,000 people.
Oh, there you go.
Damn.
Shots.
Which
fired.
Costco
Yeah,
or
they
HP?
just- HP.
HP. Good old
Yeah.
Hewlett Packard.
It's like Costco's doing
Laying off
fine.
people. Yeah, I mean they're paying their employees like $20 a month. Like
A month?
Not a month, an
That's
hour.
terrible. God, their
That is
profits.
bad.
Very good.
Imagine those profits, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess my IT level's going up too. So yeah,
Man,
everything's going up.
you're taking up all the experience of the party. You're just
Yep.
man, you must be the leader. Let's see
And
how,
then I mean, what's that?
oh, nothing.
But yeah, anyways, I played like I don't know, like a couple seconds of sound shapes because I wanted to play something to say that I played something,
There you go.
but I don't know. Yeah, so I guess that's what I played. It has good music. I like it. It's a good time.
Good time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so Max brought up Assassin's Creed somehow. I think it was relating to the movie, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I saw the movie at Target and I was like, nope, not gonna happen.
No, but then I was like, man,
Nope.
I miss Assassin's Creed. I miss good Assassin's Creed. I miss Ezio Assassin's Creed. So I picked up the Ezio collection. Little bit weighs into 2. Despite the mechanics not all holding up that great, it's a fun time. It's a really good game. Ezio's fantastic. Like just the whole progression of that trilogy is great. So I've been enjoying that. Played a little bit more Divinity Original Sin 1. Really fun RPG still. Having my 2 main characters are butting heads, so I don't know if I talked about this, but how you resolve arguments with your other main character is you play rock paper scissors, and so they've been like going back and forth on like how they handle the world. So yeah, I highly recommend that game. It's no longer on sale, unfortunately. Still addicted to Dragon's Dogma. Nothing more to say on that besides it's fantastic. And I played a little bit more Mario plus Rabbids while I was on campus, just to pass the time. I'm still being introduced to mechanics, which is crazy. Like they're still just slowly doling out new ways to play and new mechanics. So that game's fantastic. I think that's it.
I have a question about Mario and Rabbids.
Lay it on me.
So, you and I, we're XCOM fans.
Oh yeah, I fucking
I'd
love
say.
it. Fucking love it.
How is this like for an XCOM fan? Should I bother
Yes,
with it?
but just know that the playstyle is different despite the mechanical similarities. It's a lot more aggressive. It's a lot more about like pushing forward constantly, especially with the ability to jump on your friendly characters' heads and move closer. That's basically the equivalent to dashing in XCOM. Requires you to jump on your other party member's head and like boost up, and then also the inclusion of the pipes, which lets you just get around the map super quickly. So basically it is very similar to XCOM, but you're pushing forward constantly. You're not really hunkering down and engaging. And also, not all of the party members have quote unquote Overwatch. Like Mario's main ability is Overwatch, but the other characters all have individual skills, and all the individual characters use different kind of weapon types. So like Luigi's more of like the range, like sniper character. So you kind of have to instead of dealing with a large swath of soldiers, you're dealing with the small party. I still haven't unlocked them all. I really want Luigi. My ideal party is Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. I don't want to use any Rabbids anymore. They don't really bother me. I just rather would play with the Mario characters. But yeah, no. If you love XCOM even a little bit, like it's totally worth it. And the story it's more endearing than I thought. It's very meta. It knows exactly it knows exactly what it is. So yeah, no, I highly recommend it. Maybe I would say wait for a sale, but Nintendo games never go on sale.
I'll wait until after Mario Odyssey comes out, and also after I play Zelda, and I just have nothing else to play on the Switch.
Oh yeah, no. If you haven't played Zelda yet, yeah, make that the priority.
Good to know.
How about you, Max? You playing anything?
I've been playing the FIFA 18 demo because that comes out on Friday, the 29th, and I'm still debating if I want to buy it day one or if I want to just wait till it's on sale because it's FIFA and it's, every year a new one comes out.
Yeah, you know
I
what you're
haven't
getting.
bought one. I haven't bought one since FIFA 15, so it's been a few years. Because I'm not like I follow the sport hardcore, but I don't like buy each game. That's just kind of stupid.
Yeah, the people that just buy like every Madden or every FIFA, it's like
Yeah,
you're
it's
getting such
ridiculous.
small
It's like
upgrades.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's not like the gameplay is changing like crazy or anything, and teams usually don't change within a year. It's
Yeah.
because players are on contract, so it takes like a couple of years. So if you want to see like different players on different teams, you have to wait a few years anyways. So this is just what I do. It's been pretty fun. The good players are like way too good. They're like way too OP. Like they could shoot from like anywhere and score. It's pretty ridiculous.
Is that mirror themselves
yeah,
in real life at all, or is that just part of the game?
Only for like Ronaldo. Yeah, because
Okay.
he's like way too good.
Because he's way too good for everyone else. Okay.
Yeah. And I've been playing Titanfall 2,
Yeah, boy.
which I'm not a big first-person shooter guy, but it's a lot of fun. I like the guns are fun. I like how you can like turn invisible and just like randomly like melee some guy and they're dead. And then the mech play is fun too, like the different upgrades and stuff. Each upgrade is using like different rockets or whatever, or different like shield or whatever. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot.
How do you like BT?
He's pretty cool. He's kind of like helpful, kind of annoying though. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, sure.
Okay, sure, whatever you say. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't expect
Because it
to
gives you
him.
like the options, right? It gives
Yeah.
you like the options of what to say back, and I'm like, I don't care. Just let me like, I'm not playing this for the story, really. I'm just playing
Yeah.
to just like shoot things. I don't really care like why I'm doing this or like what he thinks or whatever.
Yeah, no, I love Titanfall 2. Like that campaign's fantastic, but it's not for the story. Like it's entirely for the gameplay. But I didn't expect to like BT as much as I did. Like I thought he was really endearing by the end. A couple great moments with him. Yeah, go play Titanfall 2 if you haven't. It's a fantastic shooter. Anything else?
That's all I've been playing. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Yep.
In that case, we're gonna go right into topics. I'm gonna start us off. I don't usually do that, but you guys got better topics than me. So I want you guys to pitch me a good video game movie. It's arguable that there really hasn't been a really, really good video game movie, and I don't know why. There's a lot of series that would translate so well, but for some reason, studios just can't hit that yet. You can say like Mortal Kombat and stuff is good, but yeah, like I do love the Mortal Kombat movie, but like it's nothing. It's not high art, of course, but that's not what it needs to be. I have a couple specific pitches that I'll lay out once you guys have kind of given yours.
Oh damn. I'm excited.
Anyone have anything queued up?
I mean, like I got something all prepared.
Go for
So-
it.
Hear it.
If you want to hear this, it's a good time.
I would love to.
So let me pull my Google Doc here.
Oh, you have a Google
So-
Doc. You're all about this.
Yeah, I know. I prepared for this. Okay,
Fantastic.
I pretty much prepared for like a presentation at school. Like that's how much effort I put into this.
I really respect that. I appreciate that.
Which I mean, it's like 30 minutes. Which I mean, that's about how much time I put into like a a PowerPoint for school. So
Wow.
here I go. So I really want to see a Bioshock Infinite movie. I feel like that would translate pretty well if it's done right. So so what I have lined up for that is I want Chris Nolan to direct it.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Okay.
All right, so we're going completely unrealistic here.
Yeah, completely unrealistic.
All right, I respect
So,
that. Let's go.
I mean,
Let's
you
hear
said
this
what-
out.
Yeah, okay. So you don't hate on me yet.
I'm not.
So, and then I want it to be written by his brother Jonathan Nolan, who did Westworld. Okay.
It's never
Have you
happened
seen-
in a million years.
Have you seen Westworld?
I haven't, but
Have
I
you
assume
seen
it's
Westworld?
gonna be good.
Yeah, watch that, and you'll understand like why I chose him. And then so first off, like this is totally unrealistic. I'm just getting this out of the way.
Those are
Like,
the
you
most
didn't
fun
say it
pitches.
had to be.
No, those are the most fun pitches. The ones that are never
Okay,
gonna
okay,
happen.
yeah. Like I'm here for purely entertainment value. Like this is never happening, even though I love it too. So for Booker DeWitt, I want Leonardo DiCaprio to play him.
Oh man.
You were just going out. You know how expensive this movie would be?
Very expensive.
Oh my gosh, you're just like, let's shoot for the fucking moon.
Yeah, I
And then
mean, fucking
completely
balls
pass
out,
it.
balls to the wall, like fucking
Oh
just
my
shell out hundreds
God.
of millions for this movie. I don't care. I want,
This is
I wanna see
amazing.
it. Yeah. Okay. So I kind of for some of these characters, I have like two actors or actresses chosen because I'm not sure who would work better.
Okay.
But anyways, for Elizabeth, I either want Emma
Oh
Stone
my
or
God.
Anne
Why does
Hathaway.
everyone pick Emma Stone for everything? I mean,
I don't know.
She's
I don't
great,
know.
but
I'm not
why?
down with Emma Stone. I'm
No.
just not Emma Stone.
She's a hot redhead, but she could be dyed. I don't know, whatever hair Elizabeth is.
Elizabeth.
But yeah, either whatever her name is.
Elizabeth.
Either her or Anne Hathaway.
Oh
I
my-
feel like would be a
no.
good choice.
No, I'm not down. Not down for either of those.
No, you're not down.
No.
Okay. So for Comstock, I either want Liam Neeson or Ed Harris.
You're just going. Oh, I love this. I love this.
So I think Ed Harris would be a better choice actually,
Ed
because in
Harris.
Westworld he plays just a fucking asshole, and that's what Comstock is. It's just some asshole, And then so I have the Lutess twins down. So for Robert Lutess, I have Ryan Reynolds. I don't know. I feel like he would be a good choice.
We're just gonna bust A-list actors out for every single role. All right.
Yeah, I mean, why
That's,
not?
just a quick, that's like a cameo role.
That's true. He's not gonna
Oh
be in
my
there much, so it's not that big of a deal. And then so for his twin, I figured a good choice, so her name is Rosalind Lutess. So I figured a good choice would be Scarlett Johansson, because Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson used to be married.
I would love that pairing, though. I'd love to see that pairing.
Exactly, and like they used to be married. So and they say
Did-
you look like your spouse after a certain amount of time.
Did not know
So
that.
I figured that, yeah, that's like a proven fact. But anyways, like I figured that would work since they're supposed to be twins. Because I looked up like twin actors and actresses and all that, but I didn't see any that would work. So I just,
Mary Kate and Ashley.
what I mean I don't know, but this
that's
is what
also-
I came up with.
I feel like that's even more of a stretch.
Yeah. And then for the character Daisy Fitzroy, she was like, I don't know, some slave character or something like that.
Like a revolutionary.
Yeah, I picked Thandie Newton from Westworld. She played the actress who was, or she played a character who was like one of the hosts, the robots, and she started realizing that she was a robot. She wanted to rebel. So I figured that fit perfectly.
As robots.
And
Looking
then-
at her, and I agree. That's a good fit.
Yeah, so I feel like it did okay on that part. I don't know about every other choice, but that one I'm 100% on. And then for Jeremiah Fink, he's the one in the beginning who throws the something about the ball, right? He's a guy up on stage, and then Booker DeWitt is about to throw the ball at him. Anyways, I picked Hugh Jackman for his part. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay,
Okay.
so
Wow.
he played like a magician
In the Prestige.
Yeah, and the Prestige. So it's like, oh man, that would totally fit him, you know. So that would work.
This is the most
Again, this
expensive
would just
movie
be a
ever made.
cameo.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
So wait for this one. So Songbird. I either want Tom
Wasn't
Hardy.
Songbird too.
Christopher
Yeah.
Walken.
Tom Hardy or Vin Diesel
Oh my
to
god.
play Songbird. Just get a big old. No, they just have CGI anyways, so just a CGI suit, a
Oh my
Songbird suit.
gosh. Can we make it
I feel
Tom
like that
Hardy?
would work.
I'll fund this
Yeah,
picture
you
if we can
already
get Tom Hardy
got
in there.
Nolan.
Okay, Tom Hardy then.
And his
yeah.
face is covered. Like there's I mean, it's not a human face, so it checks out.
Yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, that's the movie I want to see made. I mean, just follow the same story for BioShock Infinite, and let Chris Nolan and Jonathan Nolan do their thing.
What
And
would
I think it would. What?
I was gonna say? What would you cut to make it a feasible runtime?
Like how long?
Yeah,
I mean, if it's gonna be a Chris Nolan movie, it has to be like 3 hours long.
you can get away with 3 hours.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, director of The Dark Knight, brings you BioShock Infinite.
I mean, I'm going off of like what he did with like Inception. That was a trippy ass movie.
That would be.
And,
I mean, I
It's
would
gonna be
love it, but
and BioShock Infinite is a trippy ass game, so I feel like it works. Like that pairing
Yeah.
goes nicely, you know. It's just peanut butter and jelly. Like I think it would work.
I guess. I mean,
I mean, in my mind, I
this
don't
is
know about
the
your
most-
minds,
this
but
is
it works
the
in
most
my mind.
expensive movie ever made. Like it has to be.
Fuck it.
Even just
If you got-
even just one of these guys, but you have all of them.
But in the perfect world, if I had hundreds of millions of dollars, I could do it. So
No, you're gonna need more than that.
Yeah.
okay, billions of dollars.
$1 billion, the most expensive movie ever made. Are you gonna give Ken Levine a
Yeah.
cameo in this at all?
Yeah, of course. He would
Okay.
have to have a cameo.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of cameo he would have, but he'd be in there somewhere,
He'd
just
be
a
in there
side
somewhere.
character.
Okay.
Or
He'd be
just-
like the voice
right,
of,
right,
like,
right in my own
one
side
of the
character.
robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
President
you go.
robots.
Have an extra or something. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Those are my choices.
Leonardo. We're gonna need somebody to Photoshop Leonardo's face on Booker DeWitt for the thumbnail. Oh my lord.
Man.
I didn't
Why would
disappoint.
you...
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
What's that?
Booker. You want Leonardo DiCaprio, an Academy Award-winning actor, to play Booker DeWitt, who like has
Why not?
only so many lines in the game.
You gotta flesh
Well, we
him out.
write lines for him, okay? Yeah, we're gonna flesh him out as a character. Like I think it'd be really good.
He shoots people.
And yeah, I
Booker
mean,
is basically just a walking turret.
he can really bring range to the walking turret role.
I think you can. Like,
Speaking of range, put in Mark Wahlberg while you're at it.
All right.
what
Let's have
would he play?
He'd be Booker. He'd be
He's-
my Booker.
Yeah, he'd be Booker.
I don't like that.
I'm in the
That's
sky.
too much.
I have a. Why is there a railway? Why is there a bird following me? What's going on? Hey Elizabeth, say hi to your mother for me. What's going on? Is that a songbird? That's a songbird. Oh my
Why does
god.
that bird have arms?
Why does that bird? There's always a what? There's always a lighthouse. What's a lighthouse?
Hmm.
Comstock is me. I'm Comstock.
Comstock is me.
How's that work?
Spoilers.
All right, I'm into this. I'm into this. You've had time to play BioShock Infinite.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have.
I actually
It's
haven't-
been several years.
I actually haven't even played it, but I don't take blame because it's been several years.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
on my
Get
list.
on it.
It's no, I know it's on my list. It's on.
It's been like
one
4
of my.
years.
It's one of my giant shames of like backlog. One of the games I'm
Yeah.
most shameful
Yeah.
about not
Get on
playing.
that.
But yeah, it's like I've already
Mhm.
had some of it spoiled for me, but not all of it surprisingly. So yeah, I'm into it. I'm gonna get on it as soon as
Okay,
possible.
yeah.
Probably when
Check it out.
I build my PC, I'll get on that. But wow, you did not disappoint on that one. That's
Okay.
fantastic.
I'm
was-
glad. I
That's
I
a
put some
high
effort into it.
bar
That yeah,
to-
I don't,
Yeah. that's-
Get
I don't-
over.
I don't know if I can beat that.
It's okay.
So Max, you said you were kind of iffy on this one. Did you have anything?
Not really. I guess I was thinking about it, and maybe like Life is Strange in like a movie format without
Oh,
like
yeah.
the dialogue or whatever, right? But like the story was kind of cool,
That would
and
translate
like
pretty well.
somehow like incorporate the rewind time mechanic.
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
that one's pretty
Because-
easy.
I feel like that one would make a better TV show in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, an
Oh yeah, with
HBO
like
original.
It's
prolonged.
already
Yeah.
episodic though, you know.
Yeah, I think that would work
Yeah.
really well.
Interesting.
But
If they made a movie that wasn't exactly the first season, but just like, you know, in that universe, I could see that being pretty interesting.
That'd be cool.
yeah. So who would play Max then?
Oh yeah, let's get that cast.
yeah.
I have no idea.
Emma Stone.
I don't know. Like I don't know
Us.
anything about
I-
actresses.
I could see Ellen Page like pulling it off. Even though you know they're
Daisy
high school
Ridley.
They're
kids.
in like high school.
Fuck it. They're in college now. I don't know.
The college years. She's dead.
And if-
Yeah.
She's
dead.
what's her name? I'm trying to think. She's in my head.
The
can't-
blue haired chick.
No, I'm
I don't
an
know.
actress.
One of
I'll think of it later.
oh,
maybe.
actress. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. I haven't played Life is Strange either, but I understand what it looks like in all the characters.
if we're going the same story, I could see the girl from Stranger Things being a part of it in a few years, maybe.
She's gonna be big. I feel. She's got a good
Oh,
career
okay, that
ahead of
girl.
herself.
11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know
I can
who
see that happening.
she could play, like either Max or Chloe, or you know, I mean that's the two main characters, I think, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just throw on the cast from Stranger Things and It, and you got a good movie.
Just all the same people.
Yeah, there you
Yeah, I
I'm
think
okay
that'll
with
work.
that. I'm okay with that.
Just use them for whatever characters you need, and I think it would work.
Excuse me. So, do you have any other brilliant pitches, Micah, or is that like your big pull out all the stops?
Yeah, I mean, I put all that time into one movie.
Oh, I mean-
I didn't know I could do multiple.
No, it's okay.
Otherwise, I would have. I would have gone hard.
Maybe we
I
can
would have.
we can come back to it maybe when we can
Okay.
get some like actual like pitches with full cast because I don't have a full cast. So I'll do one of mine next. So actually, I have a Google Doc for this too because it's
Oh,
obsessed.
you're judging me for having a Google
No,
Doc.
I actually just forgot. It's actually has like half of like it actually has some of it written because I want to write this.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
You got like a script and everything.
I'm trying.
Damn.
I need you
Okay,
might have
let's
you
go.
screenplay.
I'm gonna have to have you help me with the cast for this.
Okay. Okay, man.
Let's
Oh
go.
my gosh,
You know who my
I
for
know
whoever you-
I know your choices and it kind of works and then that bothers me. All right,
yeah.
I went way too all out on this. Jesus, it looks like an
Good.
actual screenplay. Okay, so picture this. Just
Oh man.
close your eyes.
Imagine if you will.
Imagine, if you will,
Damn. My eyes are
Take-
closed.
all right, take Star Wars: A New Hope, put it in a blender.
All right.
You take
Okay.
Top Gun, you put it in the blender. Star Fox.
Wow. Star Fox.
Damn.
Wow.
I want to write
Yes.
like a fully CGI, like I wanted to say PG-13, but it probably will just be PG Star Fox film. Totally reinvent, just totally new, like reboot, just wipe the slate clean. It's Top Gun with animals in space.
Damn.
You
I
got
can totally dig
you got
that.
you got the witty banter. You have actual stakes happening. You include all the characters. You set up the sequel for Star Wolf. It's all there. And so, basically, the outline of the story that I was thinking of. So it starts out with the original Great Fox and Fox's dad and Peppy going out to investigate like this signal. in like dark space or whatever. And all along it's like Pigma, who was in Star Fox or whatever. So they go and then they discover Andros, and so basically, they come back to Corneria with this news, and they need to assemble like a fighting force to deal with this guy who's been banished for years and years and years. So most of the movie takes place on Corneria, training this next generation of pilots, including Fox. You know, you got Falco, who would be like the what's his name?
Iceman.
Iceman. And then you have Slippy, who would be the I can't think of any of the cast of Top Gun right now. The guy who dies.
Goose.
Goose, yeah. So Slippy would be Goose, basically. And
Okay, is Slippy gonna die?
Slippy is not going to die.
I can't deal with
he
that.
was in the original.
Okay,
He was in the original draft in my brain, but no, he's just going to get wounded and then come back like out of a coma at the end or whatever, because it's a PG to PG-13 movie. He was originally going to die, and that was going to be like the motivator for Star Fox. So yeah, basically it follows Fox's training, and then he eventually watches his dad get killed, and so then he has to take up like the mantle of being the commander of Star Fox, and then they fight Andros. And it's everything is redesigned, so it has its own like unique aesthetic to it. It doesn't look like Star Fox 64 or any of the games. You have all those elements like the R-Wings and everything, but it's all new and redesigned just for this. And then hopefully that'll make Nintendo snap out of it and make a good Star Fox game. But yeah, no, I see this. Like I said, I started writing some of it because I saw it so vividly in my brain, all the beats, everything, and I think it'd be awesome.
So it's basically like an origin story for Star Fox.
Yeah, but it's also a remake of Top
Yeah.
Gun, because in Hollywood there can't be anything original. So in order to sell this, had to make it like something else. People love Top Gun. Star Fox.
So it's basically like the furry reboot of Top Gun.
And
Top
furries
Gun.
would
That's what
love
I've
it. Furries would love it.
Yeah, they everyone would be cosplaying as them at those anime and furry conventions.
Yeah, it would bring
have a good
Star
time
Fox
with
into the 21st century in a way that hasn't been done yet.
Oh,
Because Star Fox Adventures sucks.
Damn.
Top Gun. That's right.
No, I agree. 64 is the best Star Fox I've ever played.
And that's just
Yep.
one again. So it's
That was
like,
good.
yeah, you have Val Kilmer as the Falco. Like, they're always like butting heads. You know, they're the rivals, but then they end up, you know, coming to respect each other in the end. I was like, who do I want to play Fox? Because I have
You know who you want to play Fox.
I don't say it. Don't say it. I can't.
It's got to be.
say it.
It's got to be Mark.
It's got to be Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg. I mean, he's got the range to play a fox that is a pilot.
I mean, he's cheesy as fuck, so it works. It's so worse.
I feel like I want Tom Cruise to be James McCloud, but that might be a little too on the nose. I don't
And
know.
you're
Nah.
judging me for
Let's keep Tom Cruise away from this.
Okay, I respect that. Harrison Ford is James McCloud.
Harrison Ford. Yes.
He's like this old
Dude.
grizzled
Yes.
veteran. And
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about, because you could go a few different ways with Rob. You could do like, I mean, like we said earlier, Christopher Walken. I think would be an interesting Rob.
That would work.
He would really bring something to
That would
that
work.
role. For Falco,
All right.
again, I
hear me
can't
out
just
here.
I can't just get Val
Falco?
Kilmer.
Yeah. I mean, Val Kilmer's old and fat right now, so
Yeah, but he's
it doesn't
just
work.
a voice. It's just
You
a
could
That's
voice.
just
true, yeah.
recast
Okay.
everyone as their Top Gun
Top
roles.
Gun roles. That would be ideal.
You know, it would be pretty good still.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it would work.
that would work. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. There wouldn't be
But-
quite as many characters. Oh, you can get Michael Ironside? Oh, heck yeah.
If we're trying not to do that, I want Ryan Gosling in this
I like that a
As
lot, actually.
Falco.
That's awesome. I really like that choice. That's actually the ideal choice right there. So let's just make this one of the most expensive animated pictures ever made. We got Ryan Gosling as Falco. Who's our Slippy?
Michael Cera.
I love that choice.
Oh,
you're
that's
so
good.
smart. You're gonna be executive producer on this.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
got Michael Cera Slippy. We're gonna have.
You can't say that's not the perfect choice.
No, that's really
It's
good.
so perfect. I
That
love
couldn't
it.
be more perfect casting. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Could we fit Jonah Hill in there somewhere?
I feel like we probably could make Jonah Hill
We need
Rob.
that- Yeah.
No, I expected him to feel like
Someone else.
more of like a K2SO type character for Rob. Peppy, that guy who's in all the Transformers movies, even though he dies in the first one, like the Colonel. Gotta have like a grizzled soldier for Peppy because he's seen some shit.
From Transformers.
Yeah, like the bald guy who gets killed in like 5 minutes, except he returns for like the other two.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
He talks like this. Colonel Glenn Morshower. That one. You'd recognize him immediately if you saw him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Peppy. I don't know about Peppy. What else am I thinking? Andros. Andros. You could have like a very stereotypical evil bad guy voice. James
For
Earl
Andros?
Jones.
Oh
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
If he's willing to do it, just give it to him.
I mean,
But this isn't a perfect world,
yeah,
so you
where
don't
we
have to
can
worry
pay him
about that.
endless amounts of money.
Yeah, you have a bottomless, bank account. Like there's no bottom to your money, so you can just get whatever you want.
Oh, we need
This is how it works.
Pigma is in this one. Who played good Pigma?
Pigma.
Big old fat pig.
Jonah Hill.
No,
I don't
he's
know.
actually a future antagonist
That's true. Okay.
because this is a trilogy.
Big
We
old
can't see
pig.
Jonah Hill being an antagonist.
I mean, not for this one. Maybe make him
Okay.
something else.
Who's a big old actor who could play a big old pig?
actor, Kevin James.
I love that. Do it.
I'm okay with that. So he'd be acting alongside. I'm still not happy with the Peppy pick. Who do I want for
It would be
Peppy?
funny if it was like Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon as Peppy.
No.
No,
Because his
no.
last name's Bacon.
That's that's the only.
That's the only reason why.
Kevin
no
Bacon
other,
as
similarities.
Pigma.
Yeah, it'd be too perfect.
That poster. That's a great poster. We could have like Chris
Oh my
Pratt.
God.
Chris Pratt as Fox. That's a safe choice.
That would work. I like
Yeah.
that.
I'm-
So we're
I'm actually-
fusing
I'm
some,
also putting-
Guardians of the Galaxy in there.
Yeah, he's got the chops for Space Rogue. I'm also putting
Definitely.
Crystal in here. I'm retconning her to being like a student at the academy. Because he just to fit in with the Top Gun model, he needs his romantic foil. Then she later becomes the main part of the team. Peppy, I'm really not sure.
Listen, hear me out.
Okay.
Peppy, Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick
I
Stewart.
love that's
Sir
perfect. You're nailing this. You need to be a casting
Yes.
director. This is fantastic.
Yeah. This is great.
Hey,
Oh
when
my
I got
gosh.
bottomless money, I'm just throwing out names at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to write
Fuck
these
it.
down after this. All right, so who for Crystal, Emma Stone. I feel like Emma Stone. This is a role where Emma Stone could actually work. For once.
Yeah, she could do a good voice.
Yeah.
I can see it.
She has a really good voice. Yeah, Rob, still not quite sure on him. I mean, it'd be a good Rob. Who played Ultron? I can't remember his name right now. I'm really bad with actors.
Yeah.
James Spader.
James
know.
Spader as Rob.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be perfect because he's already played a robot character, so
Exactly,
I can do
but
another robot.
This wouldn't be an evil. He'd be like the opposite side of the coin.
Still.
No, it's not saying it would work. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So this is amazing cast. I can't remember the dog commander. Who like the Cornerian, like you are our only hope, Star Fox.
That guy.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like, there's not that many characters in the Star Fox universe. That's why we're gonna flesh it out. But I still can't remember his name.
I need to see a picture of this guy to really.
He's the
How about,
dog. He's
Mike-
the bulldog.
How about Michael Caine?
No,
That
he needs
work?
to be very
No,
authoritative.
Okay.
Michael Caine. I want Michael Caine in this picture, but not for him. Star Fox.
I fire you, Mr. Wayne.
It'd be
Mr.
funny,
Wayne,
though.
Michael Caine. Dog. I can't remember his name. Is his name literally just
Yeah.
Dog?
Just dog.
Oh no. Okay, it's just for the species because dogs exist in that universe. Okay. What is the commander's name? It's like oh, you guys need to go watch. Nintendo put out. It's actually it's a Star Fox like,
Pepper.
CGI Pepper. Wait, is it? That's
Right?
his name. Pepper.
That doesn't make any sense.
I can't remember. Oh, Pepper. There is a Star Fox like anime that Nintendo put out. Oh yeah, no, it's Pepper.
Peppy.
It's Pepper. Which is kind of weird because there's Peppy. It's General Pepper. Okay, so we
Yeah.
have General Pepper. I think he should be the Transformers guy because this is
Okay.
literally the role that he always plays. Just the stoic commander type. I like that.
Basset Hound.
That would work.
Oh yeah, he's not a
I
bulldog.
like it.
I just throwing out. I just remember just like cheeks.
Just
so
all the
I
cheeks.
got the Star Fox characters. James Earl Jones is Andros. That's oh my gosh.
It's too
Who
rare.
else? Who else? Falco. fucking
So we're
nailed
saving
that.
Wolf in them for the next.
You know, he's
movie,
gonna he's gonna be the after credit scene. So just for the hell of it, who would be a good Wolf? Because the whole sequel is about Star Wolf and like getting because Star Wolf is actually who kills his dad, but he doesn't know.
Liam Neeson. I don't know.
I kind of like
Liam
that.
Neeson.
I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of like it too.
He can yeah.
'Cause, I mean, Liam Neeson has been in flight movies, right? He was in that movie
there was
nonstop.
there was a movie with a plane in it.
Yeah,
he's
He
perfect.
was in nonstop.
He was
yeah,
in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, he was in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars. It works out.
I like that. Actually,
Okay.
that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not as
Yeah.
passionate about that one as Michael Cera as Slippy, but it's pretty good. It's pretty
Unless
good.
if you pick out something else, later along the line. But
Yeah.
yeah, for now, Liam Neeson.
Oh, there's also
Could you imagine
Leon.
Patrick Stewart
I'd like to.
saying do a barrel roll?
I'd love to. And then you have like the joke in there where it's like it's not actually a barrel roll. He's like, "Shut up, Slippy." So we got Leon,
Slippy.
who is the other Star Wolf pilot. He's the lizard.
Yeah.
I don't feel
Not a big fan of that guy.
not a
to
big
be
fan of that
honest.
guy. Maybe he gets killed. He's gonna get killed pretty quickly.
Obviously, no one cares about him.
Star Wolf. Who else is on Star Wolf? We got that. Is he like a panther? Yeah, we got that panther guy.
There's a panther.
Yeah, no, panther is Star Wolf is really diverse. I don't know.
Hey, so is Star Fox.
So is Star Fox, but Star Wolf not quite as well known. I mean, they are if you know the games, but I didn't think of them right at the top of my head like I do with Star Fox. Don't really feel passionate
Man.
about the Panther guy. Maybe he's
yeah,
gonna
I can't
put
put a name to that.
maybe he's Michael Caine. No,
Fabulous
no.
No, I don't know.
I'm a panther, Michael Caine. I have a
Fight
rose.
you, Mr. Fox.
Just throw him in there for shits and giggles. I don't know.
Because they can't all die. They have to have some kind of Star Wolf. Except in this universe, Star Wolf is like huge and has like a total like armada. Like they have like just grunt pilots too. It's not like just the few. Because I wanna really like make them like fleet size battles, not just the few fighters. That's really all in Star Wolf. So maybe I'll have to expand that out later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say give Leon to Mark Hamill, because he can do some good voices.
I think that's a really good pick. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
no,
has good
that's
voices.
nail that down.
Yeah, I'm sure he could do a good lizard voice.
I mean, he can
Is
do
there-
any voice he wants.
Is there anything like Troy Baker and Noel North can do in that movie?
Extras. There's a lot of gonna be like
Extras.
Cornerian soldiers and pilots. They can probably be.
Okay.
Yeah, just like death sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm going down.
Yeah, they could totally do that.
Hmm. Well, you
I'd be
you
down
guys
for this
pretty much
movie.
nailed that cast. So yeah, that's the first pitch I have. We can come back to that after everyone else's.
There's another pitch.
Oh yeah, no, the other one I feel like
Oh.
would actually get made. Maybe.
Okay,
Probably
damn.
not.
I'm
But
excited for this one.
probably not actually. But it feels it
chance.
feels somehow more realistic than a Star Fox with considering Nintendo.
Mhm.
I mean, they're making a Legend of Zelda series maybe one day on Netflix.
Wasn't that a hoax? I don't know.
I thought they were like actually talking about it.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a thing, but then it just like
It
disappeared.
didn't happen. You know what should be? I'm gonna click on this article. Nintendo CEO addresses Legend of Zelda Netflix rumors, but of course they're like, we do not comment on rumors and speculation. So that's probably what it's all it is. You know what would be an awesome Netflix show? Metroid as an anime. Give me that.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I still need to watch that Castlevania anime.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
It's really good. I would wait though until the second season's out, because just
Yeah,
when
that
it
was my
gets
plan.
going, it ends. Like, this is fucking awesome. Oh, it's over.
That's
Yeah.
the plan. But that's like
Sad.
what, next year?
Yeah, next year they had to wait and see if it was gonna get greenlit. You know, it's definitely probably the best video game related adaptation. It takes the source material and just blows it up. Like it expands on it in ways that I didn't even think that was even possible. So, regarding the Zelda Netflix show, quote, as of now, I have nothing new to share with you in regards to the use of RPs for any TV shows or films. I can at least confirm that the article in question is not correct, or is not based on correct information, Awada, rest in peace, said. So, it was just rumor and speculation, I guess.
Damn.
Yeah. And, like, Zelda's, like, so gameplay oriented. Like, there is a story, but, like, how would that work as a series? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was never like I wasn't expecting good things from it. But like I thought I believed it to be true.
There was, and it was just an image. It was probably just fan art or whatever. But I saw a long time ago, basically like Zelda done, excuse me, in the Studio Ghibli art style, and it was amazing looking. Like, that would be awesome. Basically, yeah, just a lot of Japanese games will just work way better as anime. Holy shit! There's one is for Breath of the Wild that would work so well. Just gorgeous looking art. I'll send you guys to those later. But yeah, Metroid. Oh man, it looks so good. I want that. Star Wars
Metroid
Studios Ghibli.
is also like big on gameplay, you know?
Yeah, but there is like a really cool like, not narrative. Well, there is narrative, but like the premise, like the backstory of Samus is really cool and could be expanded upon, like they did with Castlevania. Like, the story in those games are, even though it's quote unquote expansive and like has a lot of entries, like it's pretty paper thin, and the anime for that just kind of blew it up and like really fleshed it out. And if they could take the really cool premise of Metroid and Samus in particular and just blow it out into a series, they could do something cool with it. But it'll never happen, of course.
Yeah, because they have to nail the second part of that genre, you know, because they have the Metroidvania.
Mm-hmm.
Like they the Metroid part there. They have the Vania.
Yeah, we got the Castlevania, so naturally we have to get the Metroid.
Yeah, they
Great.
go hand in hand.
Yeah, great logic there. Hopefully they'll see that. What was that?
Of course.
Did you have anything specific, Eli, or did you have any shout outs that would make a good movie or series?
So I have a shout out or two. I was gonna say the Arkham games could make good movies. But
It's
I
kind of
mean,
like the general story.
yeah, like just standalone Batman movies, or at least the very first one. But I don't know. I like Arkham City too. Like, but it doesn't need to be made into a movie, you know?
Yeah.
Because the stories are actually like so good.
Yeah, they were. I feel like those can
least-
stand on their own, and
Maybe not Night.
they took advantage of being games. So I don't know how well they
Yeah.
would translate, but yeah, like just the whole concept of him being trapped in Arkham Asylum with all these villains.
which itself is based on a comic, so
Yeah, so really just
that's kind of like a cop out.
yeah, adapt either Arkham Asylum. Just do it. Oh man, if they made an Arkham Asylum the comic movie, that would be incredible. It's like super fucked up, like very psychological thriller Batman movie. Like that'd be fantastic.
So if it was live action, would you have Batfleck, or who would you have?
Ideally.
Okay, you'd have him.
Yeah,
Personally,
I want more Batfleck.
I love Batfleck.
Okay, I feel like he could do a good job.
You know, he needs to be Batman for as long as humanly possible. Except that doesn't look like that's gonna happen. But please,
Yeah, sadly.
come on, DC, get your shit together. You have gold. Use him.
Yeah, you have everything at your disposal to make great movies.
But
what
they
are you
don't.
what are you doing?
But what are you doing? Just every time I think about DC movies, I just get sad, even though I like most of them.
You get sad
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, it's like, man, I just want these to be good. Like it hurts so much. I'm just like, oh, you have so much good shit. Most of your cast is really good. You just flubbed so much of it. Anyway,
Because you look at Marvel and like, oh, they're doing great.
they're just fucking runaway
DC,
success. They're
not so great.
printing money.
Yeah, pretty much.
God, it's so depressing for me sometimes.
It's
Anyway,
sad.
I'll move on. Before I
Wait,
get too sad.
one more shout out.
Yeah.
Resistance. I think maybe not follow the story beat for beat, but
yes.
no, yeah,
No, I mean don't follow the story for beat, but yes, that should happen.
yeah, and like kind of in the same setting as the original. Like that was like right after World War II, right? And
Yeah.
then the Chimera invaded. I think that would be like a really cool setting because we get all these alien invasion movies, you know, but they're all modern times, and it's like, well, we can just nuke them. But back then,
yeah.
I guess they could nuke them, but not as easily.
How do you feel about this? Resistance, World War II, found footage.
That would be a good time.
That would be interesting, kind of like Cloverfield-ish.
But like black and white World War II.
Damn.
Oh, I don't know. It would have to be like a short film or something. I don't know if I
Yeah.
could sit through a whole movie like that.
Yeah, that's true. I see it in my brain and I really enjoy it. Just like having like the like the basic like World War II footage that you see, but then fucking Chimera too.
Yeah, I could see that being like a short film, like instead of a trailer, have that show,
Yeah.
you know, to get people excited,
Yeah.
and then get into the movie.
That's a really good point. Yeah, have it for marketing. Yeah. Oh, I'm really into this. Get on that, Insomniac and Sony. Except you're too busy making
on
Uncharted.
that.
Make that instead of Uncharted.
No, stop.
Please no.
Stop with Uncharted.
I love Tom
Stop.
Holland. I love Tom Holland. Don't do this. Don't do this, please.
He could be in Resistance.
I guess. I mean, could he?
Yeah, if you want to put him in something.
If
go
it's gonna be
ahead.
original cast, because I mean, there's plenty of characters that you could make totally new characters, just random different soldiers.
Yeah, I just think the Chimera is such like, there's such cool villains.
They're
and
so cool.
alien,
Yeah.
and like all the cool weapons, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like
Like shooting through the walls and shit.
yeah, you know what? Give this to J.J. Abrams. I'm saying to him.
I want like this is gonna sound crazy. Give me like Steven Spielberg. It's just Saving Private
damn.
Ryan, but with aliens. I mean, his two
Do
best his two best things. Combine them.
Yeah,
Close Encounters
E.T.
with
and
the
Saving
Chimera.
Private Ryan. Oh, okay, that one.
I'm like imagining some like District 9 vibes in that
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly
Yes,
what I was thinking.
Give it to Neil Blomkamp.
movie. Yeah. Give it
There
to
you
him.
go.
This might be.
I feel like he could do an okay job.
This might be a hot take. I really like his stuff visually, but just it's never grabbed me the same way that it has for a lot of people. Like they're really beautiful, and I love the aesthetic of his movies, but just I don't know. I haven't really enjoyed one. Like District 9 is really cool, but by the end I was just like, this guy's a dick, and I don't really care what happens to any of these people. You know, I don't know if that's just my own personal issue, but visually
They're more
that'd
about
be
like
cool.
commentary.
Yeah, that's very true. It's very true.
Well, maybe not him as the director, but him involved like somehow. You know what I'm saying?
he was supposed to do
Get
Halo.
that visual.
I don't know how there hasn't
Dang.
been a good Halo movie yet. Like that should be super easy, but it hasn't happened.
Has there been a Halo movie at all?
No, it was going to be Neil Blomkamp.
Wasn't there like an HBO like series?
There was going to be a Steven Spielberg series, and that still hasn't happened yet.
Oh,
my
that
God.
didn't-
Yeah,
that wasn't happening.
and that was never going to be, and that hasn't even been canceled or anything. It just hasn't happened, so it's probably canceled.
But there's something on Netflix that's Halo.
There
is that?
there is.
Does anyone know?
Okay, so there is a short movie, quote unquote. It came around Halo 4. It's pretty cool. The last half of it's really cool. Like once Master Chief enters, it's actually a lot of fun to watch. But leading up to that, it's very dry. So there's been like a couple like small things, but nothing like big budget, big studio productions. If that makes sense.
Mm.
So
Well,
yeah,
listen, everyone asking for Halo movies and stuff. You got Red versus Blue, and what else? What else do you want?
that's very true. That's very
That's
true.
true.
I still want the Neil Blomkamp Halo though, because I feel like his style would appeal really well to that universe, and also Resistance. I'd be down for Resistance with that style. But I don't know if he wants to do two alien
Yeah.
things.
Do all the alien things.
Oh, the
More
alien
aliens, better.
things.
Yep.
And they're like zombies too. You get that dual danger.
That's true.
Like, yeah, like intelligent zombies, pretty much.
That shoot guns. And have
Yeah, that
giant
shoot
walking
guns,
mech things. God, Resistance is so cool.
Resistance is
Bring that
remaster
back.
that, Sony.
Yeah,
yeah, remaster that. I never played that. Like,
One
fuck,
really
I
needs
wanna play it
fixing.
now.
One really needs fixing. It's pretty rough.
'Cause that was a
now.
launch PS3 game,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I
Like,
know it's
yeah.
rough.
That was
that's
the
an
first
old ass
PS3
game.
game I played.
That's the first
Damn.
PS3 game most people played.
Shit.
I never finished 3, unfortunately. Didn't
No,
get
I
on
never
that.
picked up 3. I got like the combo pack before 3 came out, and then just forgot to pick it up.
Mm. Man, I'm really liking this Resistance idea, though. I could see it. My imagination is running off with it. So, I'll just get my second pitch out of the way. I wish Emma was here
Yeah,
for
let's
this
hear
one.
it.
So,
I feel
There's
like I
a
know what it
l-
is already.
what do you think it is?
Is
It's-
it Star Wars?
No, it's not Star Wars. I would
Oh, okay.
I would consider
Guitar
if,
Hero?
if there's no no. So
That's all my Emma isms that I
Yeah.
can call out right
Emma
now.
isms.
we all wrote out our isms. We need to post those someday on the bios
We
page.
we do. Those are a good time.
Yeah. Okay, so this one I actually have somewhat of a casting for, and by casting I mean the lead person. So picture this: just black screen, cut, car tire, it's driving, stone bridge, very beautiful mountains, European setting, small village behind you, turn over, giant castle, swastikas, it's Wolfenstein meets Die Hard, starring
Oh,
John
shit.
Cena.
Whoa!
John Cena.
You really threw me off right there.
Yeah, that was a stretch. Why John Cena? Like,
Because it's going to
'Cause
capture
he's
the
an American
camp.
hero.
It's going to capture the camp that Wolfenstein 3D had. It's not. I mean, I love the New Order, but I want those to exist on its own. This is really going to be a retelling of Wolfenstein 3D, and that game is cheesy and
'Cause I-
campy and awesome.
So you want cheese?
I
'cause
want a
I'm
little bit of
trying to-
cheese.
I'm
You
trying
want
to
Robot
imagine
Hitler.
what he's.
I want Robot
he's been
Hitler.
an Robot Hitler.
I want Robot Hitler. Like, this is going to be ridiculous. So basically, he kind of like the start of Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. He's going in disguise as a Nazi in uniform. He gets into the castle, goes past all the guards with shitty German, and then they're at this
Nice,
dinner
nice.
party, right? And so, he's just scoping around, doing his thing, being a covert special ops American hero. And then guards come in, gunshots to the ceiling, people scream. It's a bunch of like civilians, just Germans, and basically they yell. All this is in most of the movies in German, by the way. So they shoot. Like there's a spy here. There's a spy here. We're gonna search each and every one of you. So they all get down, and he's like, oh shit. So he plays along. they go by one, just kind of like looking at their IDs or whatever, and then they get to him, of course, and then he just looks
This
up
just
and then just starts.
huge buff.
Yeah, just
German
huge buff dude.
Scots.
It's like, it's like, wow, you're a perfect Aryan specimen or whatever. And so then, he naturally he heads butts the Nazi, grabs his gun, shootout happens. He has to navigate Castle Wolfenstein while his American informant is on the outside instructing him what's happening. He has to get out. He has to save someone close to him that was captured by the Nazis. It's Die Hard. It's fantastic. Give it to me.
Right now. Damn.
Right now.
You know, I think
Mecha Hitler.
you casted him perfectly
Yeah,
for
he's
this covert
yeah.
mission, because he's John Cena and you can't see him.
You can't see him exactly. See, it makes so much
You know?
sense.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking about what he's acted in, though. I mean, the only thing I've seen John Cena in would be like the Fred movies.
He was in. Let's look at
And-
his IMDb page here.
Okay, because that's all I
He's
can
gonna be in
imagine.
Daddy's Home too.
That's very true.
Oh dang.
He was in The Marine in 2006. He was in 12 Rounds in 2009. He was in Trainwreck in 2015. He's in Bumblebee, the Transformers spinoff.
That's right. That's right.
I'm honestly probably gonna watch that one just to see John Cena and Bumblebee interact. I didn't know I wanted.
Yeah,
that
I want to see that too.
I didn't
So,
know that was even being made.
Yeah,
Dang.
Bumblebee spinoff, but he's an actual like Volkswagen. I'm totally down.
He's an actual bee.
Yeah, he's an actual bee. He transforms into
It's
a
B movie part 2.
Did you know by
Starring
all
John
the
Cena.
by all the laws of aviation, bee transformers should not be able to fly? This is his story. Yeah, obviously
my God.
tons of WWE stuff on here. He was in the Flintstones, as we mentioned before. He was in Parks and Rec as himself.
I don't
Scooby-Doo,
remember that episode.
apparently he was. Yeah, as you said, the Fred movies as his dad, which is super weird.
Is it?
I feel like this could really be his breakout action star role. I mean, you have him shirtless
Yeah.
90% of the time. Crawling.
Oh, he was in Yeah, you said Trainwreck.
Yeah, Trainwreck.
Yeah, he was in Trainwreck. He was okay. I liked him in that. I mean, it was more of a comedic role, and I don't know if Wolfenstein's going to be necessarily a comedy.
It's gonna have comedy. Like even
But-
like as dark as the newer games are, like there's still a layer of comedy the whole time.
If you want him to be funny at any point, he can pull it off. I'm telling you.
No, exactly.
Trainwreck,
There's gonna be
He was
quips.
good.
He's gonna have those one-liners the whole time. Mainly Nazi killing one-liners, but he's gonna have them. And yeah, the climaxes with Mecha Hitler, and you it kind of shares some of the aesthetic of the new games, but not the dark seriousness, because those games are really fucked up, but also have like a tongue-in-cheekness to them. But this is gonna rely
So it's
even
just-
more on the tongue-in-cheekness.
Of the cheese, none of the seriousness.
No, it's gonna have seriousness. Like people are getting shot and there's blood and it's brutal, but it's not like
Okay.
it's not as like in the new games, just like war is hell. You know.
Oh.
It's going to be
none of
more
that.
leaning towards Inglorious Bastards than a Saving Private Ryan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So think
I
Die
can see
Hard.
that.
Die Hard meets Inglorious Bastards.
I like that combination.
Yeah.
I think that would work out well with John Cena,
Yeah. Like if I was casting like
even though he's played.
the New Order, BJ Blazkowicz, it wouldn't be him. But for the campiness, give me John Cena. So I'm trying to think who else. It's just like a bunch of like miscellaneous German officers. So like you really could put anybody in these roles. And yeah, it'd be like 90% spoken German with subtitles.
Yeah, you just need a BJ and a Hitler. So
Ein Leben. Just a bunch of Ein Lebens.
I'm sure there's
Yep.
a lot of good Hitler impersonators out there.
Floor
They're
turkey.
looking for
You'd-
jobs.
You'd have just like fully cooked turkeys on the floor everywhere. He's just constantly eating them. Just carrying all the guns on him at once, even though it's completely ridiculous and improbable. Lots
But
of
John
Nazi
Cena could
killing.
do it.
John Cena could do it, and he'd
That's
look
true.
good doing it.
He's a big man.
He'd be killing a lot of dogs. There'd be a lot of dog-related deaths, unfortunately. But they're Nazi dogs, so they got to be put down. Yeah, Mecha Hitler. Just imagine that fight in live action. That's all. You
Who would play Mecha Hitler?
It's a good question. I don't know who's the best Hitler actor today. I mean, there's the one guy in that one movie that everyone memes, but there's no way he's gonna be in this
That's
picture.
true. I'm trying to think of what movie that was, but I don't know. Because they always do the like the dub over that,
Yeah,
right?
the
Or
subtitles.
Yeah, subtitles. Yeah, they do that for everything. You know, him getting pissed off over something Nintendo does or something
Anything
like that.
anything you could ever imagine.
Yeah, anything that anyone gets pissed at,
It's
they
the
use
movie.
that.
The movie's called Downfall. I just remembered.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, use that guy. He would do a good job.
He's not gonna be in this. He already like regrets doing the role because of the memes. Like he's not gonna be Hitler again.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
One more time.
Poor guy, he ruined his career.
Well,
I
you're
wanna
playing
say-
Hitler. What did you expect?
Yeah.
Exactly, it's Hitler. Not the most.
I was also
greatest
thinking
guy
about
ever.
having the angle of having BJ be Jewish, just to add like extra emotional punch for the audience, and also because video game movies like to do that for some reason, like change things. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I could go either way on that change. And I don't know who exactly in the castle he's trying to save. If it's like just like one of his like comrades or whatever. But
He's trying to save his best friend, his partner in arms, brother in arms, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Dang.
And they bust out of the
That's
castle
hot.
with their bare fists.
Yes.
They beat
You got
Mecha
it.
Hitler by just punching the screen repeatedly.
I love this idea. You need to be a casting director. Like this just works.
It works so well.
It just works.
I want to see this.
The
I
Rock-
need to see more John Cena in movies.
Imagine that poster.
We do.
The Rock and John Cena with gun. And
No, you don't know The Rock is in it.
Oh,
That's true.
There's no
You
way
should
they
know.
would. There's no way with excessive marketing now that they would hide that. We'd know that for
Man.
sure. Like I wish they could keep that a secret, but there's no way they would keep that a secret. They're gonna put The Rock front and center.
He's one of the more expensive actors out there now
Yeah,
compared to everyone else.
Okay,
and they're gonna want John.
maybe
Cena
not
and
The Rock. He's got to save his best buddy, who's a German spy, reporting to the Americans. Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they just punch the brick walls, and they escape. And they punch Mecha Hitler in the screen.
Also okay with this because just of how ridiculous it would be because he's like a
Oh,
70-year-old
God.
man fighting in World War II as a spy, but he's huge. Yeah, I'm kind of
It's-
okay with this.
It's
Just
the perfect film.
double
I love
down.
it.
Imagine that poster. Just shirtless John Cena and Arnold Schwarzenegger teaming up to kill Nazis.
I don't think they've ever teamed up before. It's time. It's time.
It's time. And unlike the New Order, where a lot of the weapons are like kind of like made up, like this would have like authentic World War II stuff. So it would be very contemporary to the time, as opposed to like the steampunk-esque like mechs and robots, except for the Mecha Hitler, obviously. There'd be a little bit of mech stuff, but no crazy guns. It'd be like MP40s and M14s.
No robot dogs.
Maybe a robot dog. Maybe have like one of the officers have a robot
All
dog.
right.
Not like the
It's
big
nice.
giant ones though.
One or two.
Just like an actual dog, but like with mechanical parts on. Anyway, those are my pitches that I've cooked up in my brain. I haven't written any of this down, but I probably should.
Yeah, make that Wolfenstein movie happen.
Arnold
Guys,
Schwarzenegger and John Cena in Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein subtitle. It's just Die Hard
Plus The
again.
Rock.
Plus The Rock. God, that's so much. That's so many muscles.
Lots of muscles going on
I
there.
don't think we
except
could
for Arnold Schwarzenegger, he
we-
kind of lost his muscles.
Yeah,
He's
but
70.
but
Oh,
they
he
like
has
they
muscles.
beef him up.
Oh, okay.
He has
Well,
muscle.
they do some CGI stuff on him, make him look younger and all that. Or is
Just
it
his
old
body, just like
Arnold
his
Schwarzenegger?
muscles, not his face. Just have
Uh,
modern Arnold Schwarzenegger.
with his older muscles
Yeah,
or
Or
younger,
his younger
muscles.
muscles.
One of those.
God, that's so much testosterone in one film. I don't know if we could handle that.
Yeah.
He does like the Predator like handshake with John Cena. Just imagine that.
Yeah, just grabbing
Oh my,
each other's
gosh.
muscles, forearms.
that gif. I need this to
Yep.
happen. Any other fantastic games that would make movies, except they won't because Hollywood's just gonna keep fucking up video game movies for some reason.
That's
No,
it for me.
No.
I don't need to see any video game movies, to be honest.
I'd be down with that. I'm okay with
Same.
that. Yeah. Don't fuck up Metal Gear Solid. Robert.
I feel like
Well,
that.
That's
whatever
not
his
gonna
name-
happen.
No, it's happening. He's like, it's happening.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. It's
Damn.
by the guy that's
I can't believe
that
that.
directed Kong Skull Island. He's like doing it. Well, he's trying to do it.
Alright.
He's attached as director.
Passionate.
What?
He'll give. He seems very passionate
Yeah.
and respectful for the series and everything. But it's still Hollywood, and they're gonna dumb down Metal Gear way too much.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good, but there's like a shred of hope in my brain that I'm just like, please don't mess this up, please. Producer, yeah, director Jordan Vogt Roberts. Yeah, he's a huge Metal Gear fan. I hope that if there is any like negative studio interference, he just doesn't do it. And he's like, no, all right, if you don't want to do it right, fuck this. I'm not gonna screw up Metal Gear. Yeah, I don't know
I'm just
how.
imagining what would that be? Like, are they gonna try and make it the first game, the movie, or what?
That's what
Like,
I would
I'm-
do. But
Mhm.
he said he wanted to like something that was kind of worrisome. He wanted to cover multiple eras and like jump
Wow.
around. So I'm like,
You can't do that.
that
though,
sounds
'cause-
like it's gonna get real messy real fast.
yeah, because there's so much going on in each game
There's
that they
so
can't
much
cover
stuff.
multiple of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need
And
to
then,
just
like-
do Metal Gear Solid, the first game.
just
Or
that,
the
and I
third
feel like
game.
that would be the. I feel like that would be the easiest one to do because that one's a lot least convoluted out of all the Metal Gear games. Like that one, you can go into and not have your mind fucked as much as the other ones.
Yeah, it's just like priming you for the fuck that's about to happen to your brain.
Exactly. And then the next ones that can fuck you, but
Yeah.
this one, yeah, they got to take it easy on you.
One's
Kinda,
just putting on the lube, and then you just gotta
Yeah.
wait for it. Yeah, no, but even though that's technically the third game and there's a lot of like callbacks to 1 and 2, the originals, like that one's pretty easy to digest. Like these guys want the body of Big Boss. They are going to fire a nuke. He has to go in and stop it. That's pretty simple. And then nano machines happen. But
You know, just with that one sentence, I'm extremely confused and have no idea how that was turned into a
Same. I have no idea.
story.
I didn't even explain. Okay, one of these
Yeah,
days
deal
I
with-
need to attempt to explain Metal Gear to someone who hasn't played Metal Gear before.
That would be hard.
I want to try. I want to try because I really don't feel like it's that complicated, but it really is. But I just don't feel like it is because I know it so
'Cause-
well. But it's crazy. Like it's
Okay.
absolutely just batshit crazy. But I love it so
'Cause-
much.
Cause try and explain Metal Gear Solid 4 in under an hour.
Okay, Metal Gear Solid
You can't do-
4. You need like an essay. You need like a volume. Of
Yes,
text, especially
That's
to-
what I'm saying.
See, for someone who's played the games, it makes a lot of sense. But someone who doesn't know what the fuck's going on, that'd be impossible.
It is. That's what I'm saying. It's so
Like-
hard because there's so much going on there. It's combining all the games in the series
That's why it's an
And-
amazing game. But though,
and tying up all the loose ends. And you just can't explain that to anyone
I would,
unless if you have a good I don't know, 10 hours to do it.
I would
like, it's-
literally have to start at the very beginning and be like, in World War II, there was this soldier named the Boss.
Oh my
And then
God.
just go from there because it wouldn't make sense otherwise.
Yeah. There's so
One
much
day.
going on.
I'm gonna
One
do
day.
it one of these days. One of these episodes, I'm going to try to do it as concisely as humanly possible while still
I'd be
covering all the
excited
grounds.
for that.
I'm gonna like actually try to write out bullet points. Not gonna do it right now because we're already into it. But yeah, no, that's gonna happen. Expect that later on. Well, if there's
Yep.
anything else, we're gonna go to Max. What's your topic?
My topic is funny high school stories.
Oh boy.
So senior year was the best year of my life, I think, so far still. It's up there. I just have like really good friends and a lot of good memories, so I'm just gonna say a couple. So we went to Santa Cruz to go to the beach once, and on the way back there's a little Caesars from the beach before you go onto the freeway to get back to San Jose. So we bought Little Caesars and we were eating in the car. We had the windows down, and then the car next to us had the windows down, like at the stoplight before the freeway entrance. And then they were like, "Yo, you guys have pizza?" And we're like, "Yeah, we do." And then we like tossed them a slice of pizza through our windows. It was so
What
funny.
the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
How fast are you going?
And it worked.
We were, yeah.
What the
They
hell?
caught it and then they like ate it and they were like, "Thank you guys are
Yeah.
awesome." We're like, "Yeah." And then we just like went on the freeway. It was dope. It was awesome.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You can't make this shit up.
Damn.
That's like,
No, it was legit.
Oh
It was
my God,
fucking legit.
that's like
how
out
many
of-
how many slices did you toss?
Just one.
Just one. Oh, okay.
you're
Yeah.
just like tossing
'Cause it was-
slices.
Shit.
It was
Just
so cool.
toss a pizza like a frisbee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Must
that's
take
that's so
skill
cool.
though to try and throw a pizza, while you're driving. Like that's crazy.
God, the legend
Yeah.
of Max just keeps expanding.
I mean, I wasn't driving. It was my friend that was driving.
Still though.
Still, yeah.
Damn.
We just tossed him a
While
slice
you're
of pizza.
moving.
God,
Two
you're
different
so cool right now. Oh.
And then this completely other time, I was into League of Legends a lot, like around 2012, 2013. And this one time I was playing with all my best friends at my house, and my dad goes to bed for work at like 12:30 or something. He's like, "Oh, good night, be quiet because I have work in the morning. I'm getting up really early." And he gets up at 5 and we're just sitting there and he's like, "What the hell? You guys didn't move?" And we're like, "No."
No.
We were just sitting there, just laughing at 5 in the morning, and he's like, "What?" And he's like, "Okay, well, I'm going to work now. You guys have fun." We're like, "Bye." We played the whole night,
I had a couple moments like
Damn.
that.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hella sick.
And then one moment actually pertains to school. So I was in a French class with a good friend of mine, and we both like hated the teacher. She was like super annoying and she sucked at teaching. And so we took 3 years of French together. So on the third year, we were like so over it that we just like screwed around and shit. Like I was such an asshole. Like
Hell yeah.
none of my other classes, I was like an asshole besides this class. I would like throw grapes to him across the classroom
Oh
because
my
she purposely separated us because she knew. And like we would have conversations like throughout the class from one end to the other, and then she's like, "Okay, I've had enough." She literally kicked us out.
It
And
sounds
then
like you deserved it.
and then
to be
and then we
fair.
started like that was her permanent spot. Like every time we would go into that class, she would be like, "No, Max, you go out there with him and just do your work." And then we actually got work done. And then this other teacher that we had, he would come by and he'd be like, "Why'd you guys kicked out?" And we're like, "Oh, well, we actually do work out here." So yeah,
So...
it was pretty funny.
Wow.
That's fucking
You're
great.
like that was like the students that I
Yeah.
hated in high school, like the ones that were just obnoxious and like talked across the room, like you said, and threw stuff at each other. I'm like, I couldn't stand
Yeah.
that stuff. But yeah, no, if you're tired.
I mean,
of
that
the
was just
class,
me
it's
for
like,
that one
screw it.
class. dude.
Yeah, no, you got to do it sometimes.
It's always French class.
I mean, my
Yeah, what's wrong with French classes?
I don't know, man. My French teacher did not give a fuck.
Nice.
Dude, the other funny thing about that French teacher is since I had her 3 years, she would like throw like these croissant eating party thingies
What
where
the
you would have to
fuck?
pay her money, and she buys hella croissants, right?
Yeah.
And each year she would make you pay more and more per croissant that you wanted.
Damn.
Like the first year was like $1, and by the third year it was like $3 for a croissant
Oh,
that she
man,
gets at like
escalation.
Costco or whatever. And I was like, "What the fuck?"
She's got
And
an under
apparently,
the
like, a
table
couple-
croissant business.
Yeah, that's illegal. I'm
Apparently,
pretty
a couple
sure.
years. Yeah, dude. Apparently, a couple years later, because all my siblings went to the same high school, right? So my younger sister, we had the same French teacher, and she said, "Oh yeah, that teacher got in trouble from like the school board because people were complaining that she was like raising the prices, and like I think maybe even like grades were involved too somehow. I don't know."
Okay, that's fucked up. If you do not
Yeah,
pay me for the
so-
croissants, I will fail
so-
That's
Microtransactions.
Yeah.
Right.
Is Uplay involved?
Oh yeah, those are just some of my stories. What about you guys?
I mean, nothing that could touch those. That's fantastic. The fucking black market croissant empire. I mean,
I love that. Just trying to make money off you guys.
she's like, wait, I can.
Yeah.
They'll pay anything for these things.
Yeah. I can just
God.
up the prices, make more money.
I got a really embarrassing story. If that counts.
That equals funny. So do it.
It's something that the
Go ahead.
teacher still talks about to this day, from what I understand.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So,
Do it.
junior year, health class required for everybody. You know, just going through talking about the body, you know, how
Oh,
to be
God.
healthy, how to eat right, all this stuff, right? It was actually pretty fun. She was a cool teacher.
But
My girlfriend and I had gotten promise rings, and I had usually worn mine on a chain because I was like, it fits, but it doesn't quite fit. But one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear it on my finger. And so I wore it on my finger, and then I went to bed. Woke up the next morning. My finger increased in diameter threefold.
no.
So my finger
What?
was swollen the fuck up to where I couldn't take the ring off. So I wake up, I'm like,
Shit.
what the fuck am I supposed to do? So I just, go about my morning, just, get in the shower, got this giant fucking finger and a ring on it. I go to school. My first class is health. I go in, and they're like, what the fuck's wrong with your finger? I'm like, I got this ring and it's too small. I'm like, why the fuck do you have a too small ring? I'm like, I don't know. So I go throughout class. I'm like, all right, I'm starting to get dizzy now.
Oh no.
I need to get this thing off. So I look online, like all the ways to how to get a ring off your finger.
Put
Like,
some soap on it.
put some
whatnot.
soap on it, tie a string around it, and pull off. None of them work. My finger is huge by this point. So they go and get one of the PE teachers who is close by, because like the health room was in the gym building. So they go get one of the teachers, and he's like, oh, okay, this is really fucking weird. This has never happened in my 20 years of teaching. So we go into one of like the janitor's like building or whatever. There's just tools and stuff everywhere. Like, it's not even the shop building. Like, it's just like where they keep all the shit to keep the school up and running. So I'm just like freaking out by this point. Like, what do I do? I'm gonna die. Like, I can't get this off me. I'm gonna have to go to the hospital and have it sawed off. And so he's like, I have an idea. So he takes my finger and puts my ring finger with the ring on in a vice grip.
Yes.
So he straightens it up in a vice grip. I can't move. It's like held by the ring, so it like doesn't hurt or anything. Then he goes and grabs this giant, rusty, nasty saw from just a pile of tools.
Oh no.
And then proceeds to just start hacking at this ring. So we're just sitting there for
Oh
like
my God.
we're sitting there for like 20 minutes while he's just sawing at this ring trying to get it off. Like, it was apparently really good quality because it would not come through. And so like 25 minutes later, we're just sitting there awkwardly, and he's just hacking away at it, and I can't do anything but stand there because I'm in a vice grip. And so yeah, he saws it off of me, and my finger just, over the course of like 2 days just slowly gets smaller and smaller. But yeah, that's a story that, and then I come back into my class and I show her like this sawed off ring. She's like, what the? She's just like dumbfounded, like, what is happening right now? So yeah, to this day, she talks about
Jesus.
the student that came in with the promise ring and got it sawed off by one of the teachers, and his finger was like 3 times the size of it normally was. So that's really the only like significant high school story I have. Like, that really trumps anything else. Like,
That one's pretty good.
Yeah. I want you to know, I imagine your gym teacher is John Cena the whole time.
I wish it was. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that it was not John Cena or anybody who looked like John Cena. Actually, it was even more awkward because I took driver's ed the next summer, and he was my driving teacher.
What
so,
the fuck?
so we just had to awkwardly
Shit.
pretend that we didn't know each other. Yeah,
Ugh.
so it was fantastic. That was quite the memory. I thought I was gonna die though. I was like, I can't breathe anymore hardly. It's hard. My vision's getting fucked up. I don't want to pay for a
That
hospital
sounds
bill. My
awful.
mom's gonna kill me if I go to the hospital. I can't afford that shit. So yeah,
Damn.
it was terrifying. That's all I have. Besides,
You're losing all the circulation in that finger.
yeah, no, there
Could've
was
lost that finger.
yeah, I know. They could have. That was like, they're gonna amputate my finger. I mean, and all the other stuff are just when I was in drumline, just all the shenanigans we'd come up to then, just on trips and whatever else, but nothing too crazy. Just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll have to do a whole topic on my drumline escapades, because band was life.
You will. Sounds like a good time.
Anyway, that's my stuff.
That drum line.
That drumline, we were like #1 in the state. Like
Starring,
we were fantastic.
Damn.
Nick
Cannon.
Nick Cannon. Yeah, don't want that movie is despite its entertainment value, incredibly inaccurate. Who knew?
Who knew?
Who
Who knew
knew?
Nick Cannon couldn't actually drum?
I mean, he learned some of it. Like the shots that it was him drumming, like with a wide shot, was him. But that's like all he learned. Like that's why 95% of the movie is just like the camera focusing on the hands, because they obviously use someone who can actually play, but that's just not how band works. That movie's except for one quote that I took with me going into freshman year. I played bass drum, and in the movie, like the bass drummers were like, you gotta love your drum. You gotta bang your drum. Very sexually, and so that just always stuck with me. And so when I was at band camp and I was like training people, I was like, you gotta love your drum. You gotta bang
Hell
your drum.
yeah.
So that's the main thing that movie taught me, because everything else is bullshit.
Oh my god.
People,
I like it. I like it.
I mean,
love that.
drum lines don't
So
actually
great.
have battles to determine winning. Like, I wish it worked like that, but unfortunately not. Except for like chorus, but that's the whole competition.
Mhm.
Anyway,
So who's got another story? Who's got a great story?
I really don't have any good high school stories. A lot of stuff happened outside of, like, after I graduated. And that was
Mhm.
pretty cool, but like within high school, I don't know, it's just kind of like, yeah, like Max in my French class, I was like kind of an asshole, and just because I could get away with stuff in
Yeah.
class. I don't know. I took French 4 years and had the same teacher every year, so she kind of just like got used to it after a while, I guess.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't really. I didn't do anything wild, I don't think, that I can think of.
Okay. Well, I've got a story. It's pretty great, I think.
go for it.
So it was like the last possible day I could get in trouble. So it was
Nice.
graduation practice. So
How do you fuck up graduation practice?
I don't know, but I'll
you
tell
can fuck
you.
up graduation practice.
You can fuck it up so bad.
At that point, it's
So
just like, just get me out of here.
yeah, well, anyways, that day we had graduation practice, and after that we had lunch, and then anyways, we were like, oh, we don't want to stick around for this, but anyways, after lunch we were supposed to go and like walk the halls of whatever elementary school we went to. So my friend Nico, Chris, Jesus, and I were like, what the fuck? Why are we gonna do that? That sounds so gay. So anyways, we're in our gowns and everything from graduation practice, and we run out the front door of the high school laughing like schoolgirls. We're like, nah, screw this. We just
Fuck.
run out the front, and then we go to my friend's Nico's house. He doesn't live too far away. And we decided to what's it called?
Are
Eat
there-
some donuts.
I was gonna say,
as we
are there
call
some donuts involved in this?
it. Yeah, lots of donuts are involved.
Okay.
And
Glazed maple?
we were there. Yep, all of the donuts, just all at once.
All of
Oh,
it.
but-
gee.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's obviously weed. So we're there, smoking, and then Anyways, we're there for a while, just chilling, having a good time, and all of a sudden we get like several texts and calls saying, if you aren't here in 3 minutes, Miss Casey, who's our principal, she's not gonna let you graduate or not gonna let you walk. We're like,
Oh,
so we're sitting there like all blazed, just all
Like,
paranoid, like fuck. And then, anyways, Nico's mom, who's a teacher there at the high school, or used to be, she came over and she got all pissed and she said, get my car to take you over to the high school, talk to your principal.
Oh
So
my
we go over there,
gosh.
and then we go inside, and we go straight to the principal's office. And oh man, she's so fucking pissed. She's like, it was so bad. She was just bitching us out the whole time, like, oh, I wouldn't have let you walk and all this crap. And Nico's mom is sitting in the corner, and later on she was telling us that she was trying not to laugh because technically she couldn't get us in trouble because the day before we had checked out. Like, we signed out of all of our classes and everything.
Yeah.
And she couldn't get us in trouble. And then, anyways, we walked into the gym and we're like superstars. Like, everyone knows who we are.
And you're all
Like,
blazed out of your asses.
Yeah, like, and people come up to us and we were like, yeah, we're blazed. And they're like, what? We didn't know you did that. They're all shocked.
But
We're like,
whoa.
yeah, like, oh,
What is that?
You're such bad kids. How dare you?
Such rebels. So cool.
But yeah, we went to our elementary school, and we were just high out of our minds, walking through the hallways, like slapping
Oh my
kids'
God.
hands and stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Elementary school kids?
What the
Yeah, because
hell's wrong
they're
with
lined
you?
up on the sides, and we were running through it, like we're in some football team, like slapping their hands, like good job and whatnot.
They don't even know what's going on. It's like,
Yeah.
Okay. What is Joe thinking?
Yeah, and then later on that
That's
day, like,
pretty good.
yeah, later on that day, like, Nico and I, we were just like reminiscing, and we are like, oh man, we got in trouble on the last possible day we could have. And then anyways, on graduation day, like, we made sure to be like, oh, hi, Miss Casey, as we were walking by her, just all obnoxious.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I probably would have hated you in high
And then
school.
exactly.
Oh my
But
God.
anyways, I kind of have a follow-up to that story.
Oh,
So
dear.
like last week, I went to the football game at my hometown, Grandview, and I saw Miss Casey there, and I went up and talked to her. I said, "Oh, do you remember our last encounter?" And she was like, "Yeah, I do." But she was like totally, like nice about it. She was like, "Oh, I just understand your kids and whatnot, just making stupid decisions."
You're fucking stupid right now.
Yeah. But I'm sure she's seen way worse than what we were doing. But
Hope so.
yeah, that was a good time.
God, that's hilarious. How do you screw up the last possible moment? Like,
I
just
don't
get
know.
through
I
it.
just managed to, because the whole time I'd never really gotten in trouble. I mean, I got in trouble for like cheating on a test, but that was about it. So I mean, yeah, I was pretty much a good kid most of high school, except for that moment.
The very end. Almost made it through.
That was worth it. That was worth the years of not doing anything crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole time I was like, "Fuck!" I wish would have done something stupid earlier on, but I don't know. It was fun.
Or you could be like me and be super lame and not do anything stupid, but still pass.
Hey, you still got a story.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, but yep, that's my story.
Fantastic, man. You're also much more interesting than me.
Same.
No, yours is good.
It's embarrassing. That's not a proud story. Yours is actually like I imagine you're like think you'll be telling that in like years and years down the road.
Probably will be.
So, kind of.
I've like another one that's
Okay.
like embarrassing / I was kind of like picked on moment, I guess, that I'll share. So I was like on my soccer team, right, at high school, and like I don't know how it happened, but for some reason, somebody on my team like stole my shoes, not my cleats, my actual shoes I wore like during the day, right?
Yeah.
They stole the shoes and went to the which because like we had soccer practice on the track, so there's like the flagpole there,
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
and they used the flagpole to put my shoes up
Oh my god.
on the top, and then like the girls team like practices with us, and I had like a couple people I knew on the girls team, and like they were like posing with it.
Oh
So it's
my
like on
What the
Facebook,
fuck?
you can like just see like them posing with my shoes on a flagpole. It's like
I need to
what
see.
the
I need to
shit?
see these. Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
I could show you them later, but it's like what the
Hilarious.
hell?
Your shoes are famous
That
for
just
a bit.
popped in my head. Yeah,
God, it's like, who would do that? Like, who's
On a
like, yeah,
flagpole.
let's steal his shoes and put them on a flagpole.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Like, come on.
and they posed with it, and then they like brought it back down. I was like, okay, cool, thanks.
Oh, okay. At
My
least,
shoes
at least
back.
they did that. They're like, get him down yourself.
Yeah,
Get him down yourself. That's a typical like high school movie bully move right there.
Yeah.
yeah,
exactly.
right.
Surprised it wasn't your underwear or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was wearing that.
That's so great.
Any final high school stories? I'm sure if you thought hard enough, there'd be more, but I feel like we
Oh,
got,
yeah,
some, we
Yeah.
got
sure.
some good ones.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think of something, but right now I can't think of anything noteworthy.
All right. Well, kind of
That's all-
piggybacking off of that. Micah? What's your topic?
So mine is like so it's whatever you're comfortable with, like your first kiss slash sex experience. Well, you know, whichever you want to tell. So I don't know, do you guys have any stories you want to share? Any goodies in there?
I mean,
Goodies.
Yeah. Any
Some
golden nuggets
spicy
of stories?
details.
I wanted to hear.
All right. Someone else
Yep.
can go first.
I guess
down?
I mean my first kiss. It's not like a big, like a, I don't know, weird or like nasty or anything story, but it was just like it. I mean, it was just a kiss, so
That
it
freak
wouldn't be
nasty
that.
love.
Yeah, yeah.
Freaking
No, that's later. That's later.
Of course.
But yeah, no, yeah. First kiss. It was like I was in 5th grade, and me and my girlfriend would like hang out at the playground on the school campus, but like after school,
Oh
Ooh.
shit.
and we like ran around the corner like really far away from everyone else. There's probably like 2 other people there, but we just wanted to not be seen
Yeah.
by anyone. And then we're getting close, we're getting intimate, we're probably gonna kiss, who knows, I didn't know.
Nobody knows.
And no, nobody knows.
The suspense.
Nobody knows what's gonna happen. But while we were doing that, I hear my dad's car coming, like, because
Uh-oh.
he's gonna pick me up, and he plays rap music, and he had like a big old truck back then, so you could hear the vibrations, and I was like,
sweet.
yep, that's my dad. So I heard the vibrations, and I was like, shit, I gotta go. So we're hanging out back there. Our teacher walks past us, and I just give her a big old kiss and just run
Big
off.
ol' kid.
Just
No words
run.
after that. I run to my dad's car, and I don't see her until like the next day we're in class.
Oh my god.
And yeah, that was my first kiss.
That's
Damn.
fantastic.
I love that.
Did you have like a
So
like the Naruto run with like your arms like back behind you? Just, like,
Yeah.
running
Oh.
towards your
Tell me
dad?
you did.
I really hope not.
That's
I,
what I
I was
imagined.
into Naruto back then, but I really hope I didn't do that.
Just like subconsciously, you're like, yeah. You just, like,
You just felt like a fucking badass
Yeah.
kissing a girl. Damn.
Yeah, Naruto run doing like flips and shit.
Everyone
Damn.
everyone knew someone that did that
No.
at some point. Like you did.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I know people that still do it.
Like all the time. Like that's all they
Exactly.
did when they walked around. They just had their arms back and they were just running. Like why are you running? It's we're inside. But
We're inside. You're walking 5 feet.
still with his arms behind him.
Fuck it.
Yeah, no, mine were actually good and not really memorable, unfortunately, for this. But
Dang,
yeah,
that sucks. Still, I don't know. Every kiss is memorable almost.
yeah, no, we went out
That's how it
to
works.
it was a fish hatchery, and we just like went off the beaten path.
What?
You're already on a good
It's
start.
like
It's just some fucking school field trip.
No, it's not a
A
school field
fish
trip. It's
hatchery.
It was
You
just-
set yourself up for the best
ocean,
story
a
ever.
It
lake.
was like there was. It sounds crazy now, but okay, no, it wasn't a school thing. It wasn't a. It was like a green belt. It was really nice. There just happened to be a fish hatchery. It was really nice.
So how'd this go down? Like, you
Nothing, we were walking for a
what
while.
smooth moves did you pull off? You
We
know?
were walking
At the
for a
fish
while.
hatchery.
Yeah.
Her friend was like, she really wants you to kiss her. I was like, oh shit. And so then just randomly, my stepdad and at the time was like, hey, we're going to the fish hatchery. Want to come? You can bring her along. I was like, yeah, sure. And so yeah, we just like meandered off onto the path. Again, it's a nice place. It's a really nice place. I'm short selling it. Short selling it. Yeah, and then it just happened, and that was it. Still together.
But how'd it happen? I need to know the details. Like,
Just
how what
Fish
the events
review.
leading up to it?
What?
Yeah.
just
Did
I
you
don't-
pull some like?
No, just yeah.
Did
just
you have any fish like pickup lines or
No.
something?
It's okay. It's actually, so there's a fish hatchery on one side of the street and like a fishing pond on the other side of the street with trails and stuff. So actually, more accurately, it was like a fishing pond area with trails and green belts and stuff. It's all kind of
Okay.
like one little area.
That's a better setting
Yeah.
than a fish.
I just love the image of a fish hatchery.
I don't even know what to like imagine that looks like. Like a laboratory.
It's
Well,
it's all outside.
I'm just
It's all
because at a lot of these
outside.
dams, don't they have fish hatcheries and
No,
whatnot?
it's totally different. Like there's like a canal, but like it was all outside. It wasn't like in this like claustrophobic like laboratory or anything. No, it's really nice. I'll get some pictures. I'll find
Real
some
nice place, a real nice kiss.
Yeah, real nice place. You know, there's just like a tree. We were just by the tree, and then that's all happened.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Damn.
She says I drooled. I don't remember that. I don't remember that whatsoever.
Hey, sometimes it's hard to control it.
Yeah. I
Get that extra
sincerely
moistness.
don't remember that part.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's I definitely undersold it. It wasn't like it was outside trails.
That was-
Very nice. Very nice.
That was pretty great. So I don't know what should I tell? Kissing story or sex story?
Anyway,
Like, I
one
don't
or
know.
both.
One or
I
both?
can get into a sex story so you don't feel alone later.
Okay, I think I'll tell that one. So it's my ex-girlfriend's birthday. This was a couple years ago, like senior year of high school. At the time, we were boyfriend, girlfriend, in love and whatnot. And we were trying to figure out, where can we do it at,
Where do you put
So
it in?
and
Is it
yeah. So I remembered my dad. He used to have an office in town.
Ooh,
I was like, oh, that's open. Maybe I can go in there.
that's hot.
So at the time, my dad, he was trying to sell it, and he was like, oh, you should go in there and like make a video, you know, and advertise it basically. So
Yeah, you should.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna like, you know, plan that out. So I told him I was going in there to go in and film it all, so you know we could sell it and all that. But you know, really, what I wanted
Oh,
to do was
wow.
take my girlfriend in there and you know screw for the first time.
Fantastic.
So what I did was like, yeah, I took the keys for that place and picked up my girlfriend, and we went in there, and it was super cold. This was like, I don't know when was it, like in March or something like that, and there's really no good surface for doing it on. So I found this.
Gotta have that good surface, you know.
Yeah, so I found this like because
Yeah.
my dad was a chiropractor and he owned his own business. So I found this chiropractic table, and
Perfect.
yeah, just perfect season. And
Gosh.
let me tell you that thing was uncomfortable as fuck. Like it's just a hard surface, and then like a little bit of cushioning on it because it's meant for people to lay down like on their belly to get you know adjusted. But yeah, we get on there. She's laying down. I go on top, and like I put it in, and I'm like, oh, it's warm. And she's like, what? Did you expect it to be like a cold meat locker? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what I expected.
Oh my god.
So it's
Yeah.
warm. That's the first
Yeah.
thing you say.
Yeah,
It's
in my head, like I thought it was gonna be cold, like cold and wet.
like the All
Like, you
Cheerleaders Die movie. It's like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
It was cold in there.
Yeah, like I can see how he thought that. 'Cause
Oh,
in my head, that's what I was thinking.
Take a trip to the meat locker
Yeah.
tonight, baby. God.
But that whole time, like it hurt. It did not feel good. Because
you?
yeah, for me.
Okay.
But it was because well, we're getting personal, so like I'm uncircumcised, so like
Mm,
that shit has to stretch, you know.
yeah, it
Like
does.
it's
Yeah.
not gonna feel good. So that's how it was that first time. Like it hurt.
Okay.
It hurt like a son of a bitch.
I got you.
But yeah, we did that, and then she like commented on my ass, and yeah.
Wow.
And we moved on.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was the end of the. And then afterwards, I told her I was like, yeah, I'm your birthday present.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
My man.
Yeah, because I mean, I
Holy-
gave her my virginity, so
Oh my god.
yeah.
Oh my. What is wrong
I
with
don't
you?
know.
Everything.
I don't know how to comment or follow
Yeah,
up.
I don't
or...
know. What do you say after that?
You really can't say anything.
Oh my
But yeah, I was gonna take her out for ice cream, but that never happened. That was the original plan.
reward.
Oh my god. I'm gonna lay down this chiropractor table, then I'll take you out for some ice cream afterward. How's that sound? Oh, by the way, I'm your birthday present. I'm uncircumcised.
Yeah. Like thinking back, I'm like, oh, that was bad.
The image I have in my head is like just the most awkward, like just. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I brought in like a couple blankets, so it wasn't as cold, but it was still cold.
Yeah, you
Carrying
thought it'd
these
be
fucking
pretty cold,
blankets with
so
you, like, oh, we're
bringing blankets. Smart.
Because it was like in March, you know, it's not the warmest time of the year. And like, there's no heater going on because that thing was like shut down. Like, you know, it wasn't being used.
So how'd you follow up
But,
on this
yeah.
video thing? You're like, oh no, all the footage got lost.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Then never came up.
don't care had sex.
Yeah, exactly. Like I never
doesn't
mentioned
matter.
it again. And then like afterwards, I was like, I smell. So I went home and took a shower, you know, because I didn't realize
Oh,
it would
God.
smell so bad afterwards.
Oh,
Post sex, you know,
Oh.
stench.
gosh. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Welcome.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chiropractic tables aren't the most comfortable things.
I'm
But-
actually surprised.
I
It makes
know.
sense that you are laying down on your stomach and You don't need to be that cushion.
I don't think they're designed necessarily for 2 people horizontal, but
Not really.
no.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. We got that.
Yeah.
You heard it here
First-hand
first.
experience. Yeah. Don't recommend it. The floor wasn't much better. But,
You had to
yep.
try. You had to like shuffle around.
But yeah,
See
I don't
what
know. I
works.
just remember like the movements being like so foreign to me. Like I'm not used to this. Like I don't know how.
What is life?
Yeah. How do I hump? I don't know.
You're like Tommy Wiseauing like with the belly button. It's like
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Pretty much how that was.
Did you bring roses?
I did not, unfortunately.
That would just be like the cherry on top of this fucked up cake.
No roses. Well, and afterwards, we were in my truck, and then this guy that I knew from high school, he like walked by, and he was like, "Hey, Micah," you know. I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you here?" And it was this guy who worked at this this water company type deal. It's called Rainwater. They sold like those big old jugs of water. It was called Rainwater.
Jugs.
Yeah, but his name
Big
was
old jugs.
his name was his name was Isaac, but everyone called him Bones. So yeah,
He's so cool.
got a little cameo from Bones afterwards. And that was just the cherry on top, you know.
Like
But,
what?
yep.
Just like, did you like were you like friends with this guy or did he just show up?
Not really. Everyone just talked shit about him
Oh, okay.
because he was super skinny, and you know anyone who nicknames themselves are already fucking stupid
Yeah, no,
people.
that's stupid.
So yes, and he'd write all these poems about random girls, like just so many poems.
He was a bard by trade.
It was pretty bad, and he'd talk about like how much like alcohol he could drink, even though he's just skinny. It's like, no, you can't drink 20 Coronas. There's no way in hell.
I can drink
Yeah,
50
that's what he
Coronas.
said.
I am
Like,
a master of alcoholism.
Ooh.
yeah, it's like you could barely look like you could drink one because he was super skinny. But yep, that was my sex story.
I don't know how to follow up with that. I really don't.
I gotta follow up. I haven't talked about mine
Oh,
yet.
do it.
Um,
If you can follow
So-
that up, I'm ready.
I'm gonna do 2 stories. The first one is when somebody kissed me for the first time. Granted, it was a cheek, but like a non-family member. The second one is my actual first kiss. So I was like 10 years old, and we went to Las Vegas as like a vacation thing.
Yeah.
And with my family, and we went to a magic show.
Baby.
We went to a magic show, and the magician was like Rick Thomas, I think. And we were like in the front row, like of the seats or whatever. And then he wanted to volunteer to come on stage. And so I literally hid under the table because, you know, I was young. I didn't want to go up. So I was like hiding. And of course he picks me, right?
Of course.
And then I do some like magic tricks and whatever. And
just don't. No
Okay,
big
I
deal.
like
Just whatever. Totally
I like helped.
normal.
I think what I did was I helped like saw the board or whatever, and the person like disappeared or whatever, right? Just, you know, that typical magic trick. Anyways, they had like those like helper ladies. I don't know if you've seen like those magic shows like that are produced, and they have those like helper ladies on the side.
Yeah.
Pretty
You
hot,
know,
aren't they?
Yeah, and yeah, so after the magic trick, like she randomly kissed me, and I was just like, I was so confused because that was the first time that a person had kissed me that was not like a family member, and I was just standing in front of like, I don't know how many people were there, probably like a couple hundred, right? And I was just like standing there, and she gave me a kiss, and then I just like left the stage, and I was super embarrassed the whole time. And then I remember like, I don't know how many like months or whatever, but my family always made fun of me for it. They were like, "Oh, you got kissed on stage." Just like a little embarrassing family
loser.
trolling. Yeah.
Such a
God.
loser.
Oh,
How old
man.
were you at the time?
I think I was like 10.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's like that weird middle ground where you're like, oh, I like girls, but not really. You
Yeah.
know? You trying to fight that feeling?
Yeah, this isn't right. I shouldn't feel this way. No.
Yeah, I shouldn't like girls. Girls are icky, 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 icky.
Ew.
Nasty. Oh my god.
And then
wow.
my actual first kiss was senior year. As I said, I had like a lot of close friends, and I grew close to
course.
somebody, and I took her to prom. And you know, I was dancing with all my best friends and whatever, with all our dates. And this was like part of when the dance was like almost over. So we were, you know, dancing, whatever, and I was like going in for the kiss, and then one of my really close friends, he's dancing right next to me, and he sees that I'm like going in for the kiss, and he's like, he yells hella loud. He's like, "Oh shit!" And then literally
Oh my god.
everyone turns.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh my
Literally
God.
all my friends and everyone turns, and they all look at me, and then it just like ruined the moment. And then everyone's like, "What the hell?" And then and then some of my other friends, they took the friend who said, "Oh shit," the other side of the room, and then me and her kept dancing, and eventually I kissed her. But like, he literally ruined my first kiss.
That sucks.
Oh shit.
Dude, it was so
Oh,
loud, and
shit.
everyone turned their heads.
That's amazing.
It was so funny. Looking back on it,
Oh
I'm just
my
laughing
God.
now at the whole situation.
That's hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
Wow.
Damn.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you got your story, Eli?
Okay, it's it might be a little cheating. I think I told you guys this story earlier.
Potentially.
So it's about, you know, a time I didn't have sex. I totally could have.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
no.
Go on.
100% like it was my fault, and it was the end of the relationship because I didn't, you know, because I suck.
Hey.
And she was just trying to have sex, you know? And
As you
I
do.
was,
Yep.
yeah, as you do.
Gotta procreate.
So,
No.
And it was
Overaction
no,
of
I
that.
wasn't trying to like. Neither of us are trying to have children or anything at this point.
Well, everyone's trying to make that action. Like you're not necessarily trying to, you know, procreate, but you're doing the action of procreating.
Yeah, but you
So-
just
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said it wrong. you gotta do it. You gotta.
No, you don't have to procreate.
gotta make them babies.
We have the technology to avoid
We-
such things.
There you go, the good old condoms.
God.
Yeah, those dong bags.
I don't know why.
Dog bags.
I don't know why that was so funny. I just never heard that before.
Is it the dog balloons? I don't know.
Yeah, so
Proceed.
we had gone on a date in the city, doing city stuff, and we got some pizza, brought it back to my place, and you know we're in the perfect setting. It was my house. I have my own room, you know, secluded from everyone else in the house,
Very ideal conditions.
and yeah, perfect conditions. I have my own bathroom.
Oh man, you got
Damn.
options.
Could have
Yeah,
the shower
there's so many
sex.
options.
Damn.
Exactly. But
It's a sink, like just everywhere. You have all options.
The
of the wall.
sink,
Yeah.
like literally the sink, or like the
sink,
yeah,
counter.
the sink up against the counter. Or
Okay,
of the
okay.
sink,
It's like in
you
the
know.
sink.
Not in the sink.
standing
I
in
mean,
the sink,
You have
You're-
lots of
You're
options
standing
there.
upright in the sink.
In the shower, just on the floor,
face in the sink.
everywhere.
Where you want. On top of the toilet.
Put in the toilet.
Yeah.
Never leaning up against the toilet. No, it would work out. I don't know, you can sit on the toilet.
What
she
is
can sit
wrong
on
with
you.
you, Micah?
Yeah, you're sitting on the
Never-
toilet. 2 jobs getting done at once.
Just get a blumpkin. I don't know. Whatever you want.
Continue, please.
So yeah, we bring the pizza back to my place, and me being like super oblivious and not like, you know, going for sexual encounters aggressively,
aggressive sexual.
Not even
encounter.
aggressive. Not even aggressive. It's like,
That's quite the word choice.
you know, this is a potentially sexual encounter. It's like, hey, we talked about watching. You said you haven't seen Hotel Transylvania 2. And it's a really good movie. So let me put it on.
Netflix and chill with Transylvania 2, Part 2, not just one, Part 2.
No, one's not on Netflix, so we just went straight for 2. You know, it's good enough. So, we proceed,
That's the movie.
you know, to watch.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
because it's a good movie.
Yeah,
And I was telling you, hey, this is an actual good movie, so you gotta watch it at some. You gotta watch it at some point. And yeah, pizza's brought over to my place, sitting on the couch.
Oh,
I turn on Hotel Transylvania 2. We watched the entire thing. Am I more into it than I should be for my second viewing? And also, you know, this girl I went on a few dates with, you know, in my room on my couch. Yeah, I'm a little too into this movie right now.
Sometimes you just need some Hotel Transylvania 2 in your life, you know?
Yeah, and I'm like explaining the plot to her, and
It's so important.
I should have known. I should have known the sign when she was like, "Hey, just tell me what happens at the end." But I was like, "No, you gotta watch because it's wild.
my
It's a
God.
twist."
It doesn't get more like obvious than that. Oh my gosh. How you? Oh no, it's so good.
You so obviously could have gotten it.
Oh,
Yep.
How do
It hurts.
How do you do that?
So
So you
yeah, yeah, we watched the movie, and then even afterwards, we had like a good 45 minutes to just do whatever. And I don't even remember what we did. We probably just talked or like watched trailers of other stuff on Netflix.
I hurt so much to hear this.
This is
Oh yeah, it was once I realized what I've done,
you're like, oh.
it was like, well, that was my mistake. I'll admit it. That was a learning experience right there.
Yeah, take that as a learning experience for next time.
All right, so the lesson of the day, when she says, "Just tell me what happens at the end," you know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Make a move.
No matter what movie it is, no matter how good the plot or the twist is at the end.
It's not worth it.
Even if it's Hotel Transylvania 2.
Yeah, even if it's Hotel Transylvania 2. And there's 2 films of build-up to what happens.
There's so much plot.
Just say it. Yeah, there is a lot of plot.
A
lot happens.
But,
I'm telling you.
But it's just it can't be that good. I've seen like parts of it.
It wasn't really.
I've seen parts of both of them. I couldn't tell you which one was from which. But
the one with the kid is the second one.
Okay, yeah, it was probably the second one then. Wow. That's Adam Sandler, right?
Yeah, Adam Sandler is Dracula.
Oh my gosh.
Kevin James as Frankenstein's monster.
So you're telling me you put Adam Sandler over
CeeLo Green as a mummy.
Oh my gosh. This hurts. This hurts me. But it's okay. I'm glad you enjoy Hotel Transylvania so much.
You know, after this, it kind of ruined the movie for me, so I'll never watch it again.
Never watch it again. Just the pain is too much.
Yeah. But I had a good couple viewings of it.
Really good viewings, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. These are all great stories. Oh man, that's too funny. Just the fact, I don't know, something about it being Hotel Transylvania just makes it like 10 times as funny to me. I don't know why.
Yep, it could have been anything, but it was Hotel Transylvania 2. 2.
Oh, where do we go from here? Oh my gosh. Any other momentous encounters?
I've just been having like normal sex, nothing weird.
Yeah, same. Nothing weird. Nothing to say. Nothing to share. All right. In that case, Eli, what's your topic?
So my topic is, what are some um ex examples of like excessive marketing that either have seen or like you've heard of? I don't like, you probably have seen some really good examples. Um, and what made me think of this topic is, listen, I'm a huge fan of Destiny 2. I mean Destiny and Destiny 2, but you know that franchise.
The Destiny
And
universe.
yeah, the Destiny universe. Big fan, big fan. And I'm also a huge fan of Pop Tarts. Have been for who knows how long. I couldn't tell you.
What's your favorite Pop Tart?
Uh,
What do you fuck with?
I fuck with strawberry and brown sugar. Between the two, I couldn't really tell you which one's my favorite. It depends on my mood. You know,
Damn.
It's all about strawberry.
I don't fuck with like, yeah, strawberry is really good.
The OG.
I don't fuck with the weird flavors. Keep that A&W root beer away from me.
That's disgusting.
Um, keep the Jolly Ranchers away from me. Sometimes I'll fuck with the wild berry. I'll admit it.
If you're feeling
Have you
extra
tried the
dangerous-
watermelon one?
Watermelon, never.
Yeah, it's
Never.
not so great. I tried them recently, and it's like, why is this a Pop Tart? It's kind of pulling the same thing they did with the Jelly Bellies. So, you know, it's green on the outside, red in the middle, but it's artificial watermelon, so it doesn't taste that great.
Of course it is.
Anyways, go on.
Pop Tarts have gotten pretty wild recently, and one of those things that they've gotten wild on is a partnership with Destiny, and
Oh shit.
yeah, so now
Two worlds
not
collide.
every Pop Tarts box has this, but they have Pop Tarts with Destiny characters on it, and it's like, hey, put in this code, and I think you get an engram.
Like a blue engram, I think, is the most you can get, right?
A blue one? Yeah, I think so. Same thing. They have Destiny has a thing with Monster, I think, where they're doing the same thing, and it's really like a reward that's not worth anything past the first day of playing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, Pop Tarts and Destiny, who would have thought they'd team up, you know, specifically to target me?
Specifically for you, like we can get them. We already have them. We can get them even more.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was wondering, like, is there anything that's egregious to you about marketing these days with, you know, media and video games, movies, whatever you want to call out?
Specifically, like the big AAA video games. Like recently, I think Shadow of War. Like you cannot escape that game. Like it's especially like the Totino's partnership. It's like why is there?
They have a partnership with
Yeah. Go get some
Totino's?
pizza rolls. You can get some in-game items with that. It's like all that kind of stuff. It's like like
Oh my
Monster
God.
Energy, like Assassin's Creed Origins is on like Monster. I'm like, why is there an assassin on my friend's Monster right now? Like just that kind of stuff. It's just like I don't know. It just kind of feels dirty, and I don't know, we're like trying to have games be accepted, but then we're just throwing them with like junk food and like the worst possible stuff. But I don't know. It's really if you can ignore it pretty easily if you really tried, but it's everywhere and it's a little obnoxious. I think WB said Shadow of War is having like their biggest marketing push ever, and you can tell because it's everywhere. But yeah, just like the weird like random like Pop Tarts and Destiny, just the random food partnerships. It's just weird to me. I can't imagine how much that would affect the game sales. It's like, oh, I'm buying pizza rolls. Oh, I better buy Shadow of War now. It just doesn't make much sense to me. But I'm sure there are numbers somewhere that some executive has that shows that it works, that there's some kind of subconscious correlation. But more pressingly, I think, are trailers for movies. They've just gotten more and more spoilery as years have gone on, like to the point where most of the big stuff in a film can be spoiled by the trailer. Like to the point now
I
where
hate them.
where Rian Johnson
Yeah.
and Mark Hamill are saying if you don't want episode 8 spoiled, don't watch any of the trailers because that's how bad it is now. Like it's
That's
ridiculous.
terrible.
Like most of the cool shots, I was talking about Wonder Woman with a friend of mine today, and like most of the cool action shots of Wonder Woman were all shown in the trailer. It's like it doesn't leave anything left. Like Batman v Superman, even like most of the cool stuff, like the whole warehouse fight scene is in one of the trailers, like almost the entire thing. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. It's
Spoiling everything.
I guess you don't really realize it until after you watch the movie and you watch a trailer and you're like, that they showed off like the climax of the movie.
Yeah, seriously.
And that to me, the biggest thing I remember is with Spider-Man Homecoming. We've all seen it, right? Everyone here's seen it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna spoil it a bit for everyone. In the trailers, they show the end when he's fighting with Vulture, and like when the helicarrier or whatever, the plane crashes, and it's all like the debris and stuff, and he's in like his homemade suit.
Yeah.
They like show so much of that, like the ending of him. Every scene in the trailer where he's in like the homemade suit is like the climax of the movie.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was an example of seemingly showing a lot, but not really, because I don't really feel like it ruined for me. Like it still managed to surprise, even though it does show like you said, elements from the climactic scene. Like it didn't really affect my enjoyment, whereas a lot of other movies have affected my enjoyment. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, I try to stay away from trailers as much as possible, so I didn't see it before I watched the movie.
Mm.
But like after watching, I was like, man, if they kind of showed a lot that was in the end.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna start going pretty much media blackout on stuff I know I'm gonna go see because it's ridiculous. Like for actually to go back to games, like the Uncharted, the Lost Legacy trailers, they showed so much stuff. Like they showed like
yeah,
some,
they
like,
showed way too much.
they showed
of that.
way too much. Like it's come on guys, like save some of the fucking set pieces for the game. It's ridiculous.
That's funny because I didn't watch any of the trailers except for like the first one for that game because I
didn't-
wanted to totally go in clean.
I
you
didn't
not
either.
know anything about the game.
I didn't either, but then I watched them afterward. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They show pretty much like the first chapter of the game
Shit.
and
some
like
of the
a
ending stuff.
6 or 7 chapter story.
Just giving everything away. It's not cool.
It's not cool. I hope
Yeah.
they're gonna do it again with The Last of Us. Just wait.
They better not. I'm only watching the next one.
They're going to.
Ooh.
I'm watching one more. That's it. Then I'm gone for like a year and a
Silver
half.
Black.
From what I remember, the first Last of Us wasn't that bad, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but now they know it's a
you
big
pretty
deal.
much.
Yeah. Now they're gonna
Yeah,
be
so
like,
they can.
because there's so much pressure for them to like perform on that game.
The next trailer is gonna be like Ellie burying Joel.
Oh my god.
No,
Don't
please.
say that.
Dude, oh my god.
If that happened, oh my god, that would be just too, that would be too much.
Holy shit.
That's too much, but I
I'm
mean,
getting chills right now just thinking about that possibility.
that's
be-
pretty much the only thing I could see like a
That'd-
trailer ruining,
That'd be amazing.
or like them being together. I don't know,
Just like
because what we've seen, we don't know whether he's alive or not, really.
That's true.
in the trailers for Logan, where they show him like with the shovel and like all bloody. It's like, oh, that's probably Charles, isn't it? Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It is.
yeah Logan
really
showed too
kinda-
much too.
fucked you over with that. Like, if you know anything about what it could possibly even be about, like, you don't even need to read the books. It's like, yeah, you see Professor X, he's really old.
Especially in
you
a
see-
cast that small. It's like, who could it possibly be?
Yeah,
Those were that first like main trailer was like artful though. Like that is really stands on its own as its own like great thing, but it does show too much.
it was perfect. And that's with like a lot of movies and games where like the first trailer is usually the perfect amount that you need to show.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything shown after that is just they just ruined so much.
From what I understand, they don't target the trailers for everyone to see every one of them. Like they're targeting for different audiences. But people
Mhm.
like us that are like really like into this kind of stuff, like we end up being exposed to a lot of them. So that's why. But even then, like the stuff for like Rogue One, even like they started showing way too much from the ends. Like I didn't know it was going to have like a fleet size battle. It was like that was such an awesome reveal, but they show that in like some of the last trailers.
And they showed Darth Vader in one of the trailers too.
Yeah, I was like,
or
don't show
at
Vader,
least one of them.
don't show Vader.
Yeah.
And then they showed Vader like the shot where he's walking out of like the steam, like for the reveal for the very first time. Like no, like did that get me super fucking hyped? Yeah, but I didn't want to see it.
Yeah, and back to episode 7, the Chewie we're home part. Imagine if no one saw that.
Oh, chills.
and
I mean, this
Harrison
episode 7
Ford-
trailers were amazing, but man, that would have been incredible if they
Man.
didn't show that.
They spent their like biggest like hard-hitting moment of the movie,
Other than
or
Han
at least
dying.
one of the biggest. Yeah. They spent that on a trailer where people are watching it at home or on their phones or whatever, you know?
Man, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. That could have been such an amazing moment, and it was. It still was. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I was such a mess during episode 7, dude. I was like, this is just like you look back on it now, it's like, all right, it has some issues, but man, when I was in that theater the first time, it was magical, magical experience.
Did I cry when the title crawl came up? Yes.
Yeah, me too. I was like, this movie hasn't even started yet, and I'm fucking bawling. Like I don't ever cry in anything. I didn't cry in The Last of Us. And the fucking long time ago in a Galaxy Far Far Away, I just lost it. I was like, this is actually happening right now. And it was an
Like-
IMAX, so it was like super loud, and I was like, just overwhelmed with just sensory.
So you didn't even cry in the beginning when Sarah dies? Like, I don't see how that's.
No, I didn't
It's-
cry.
I was expecting.
Well, I mean, tear up.
I was yeah, I was like, it was very emotional, but like I was expecting that in The Last of Us. I was like, this is gonna be really depressing, and I kind of prepped for that.
I had no clue, and I was just like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, it was more like that. I was like, oh shit, they just did that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
More than anything.
And then it just set the tone for the rest of the game.
And then it eventually made the stuff with Ellie more poignant, and that's where I got close, but never
Yep.
quite got there. Like the only game I ever cried in was Metal Gear Solid 3 at the end. Like that shit is just heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's pretty emotional. Big boss and the
True-
boss and all
True
that.
Patriot,
Yeah.
like oh my
Yeah,
god.
fuck.
Chills.
Yeah, it's getting me to think about that game again. Damn.
Don't show so much in trailers, people. People that are cutting trailers.
Please don't.
Yeah,
Stop.
it ruins it for the rest of us. We don't want to know what's gonna go on in our movies. We don't want to know anything. We want to go in totally clean and enjoy it for what it is. We don't want these fucking companies come out. Oh, here's the best parts of the movies in the trailers.
Here's Batman
know.
kicking the living shit out of all these thugs in the like last 20 minutes of
Yeah,
the movie. That
sucks. Like, please stop doing it. And it's hard to stay away from those trailers because
It is.
you'll go to a movie beforehand, before these movies come out, and they'll show the trailer. It's like, come on, like how are you supposed to stay away from it?
you can't. It's designed so that you can't.
Like it's all marketing. Like they're trying to get your money, so they're gonna do everything they can to.
You already got my money. I'm gonna go see Star Wars. Just leave me alone.
Exactly. What more do you want? Like, okay.
Yeah, why
Go
does
see Justice
Star
League.
Wars need to market?
They
Need to
should-
advertise?
They, should
They
have
don't need
one-
any
They
marketing.
need one teaser trailer, maybe one regular trailer, and then just stop.
Yeah.
Put the title up and that's
You're
it.
good.
The release date.
You can
Yeah.
print money after that.
Yeah, you don't need anything.
Dude,
There's gonna be plenty. Of
speaking of Star Wars, the title of the episode 8 is so cool.
Yeah,
The
right.
Last Jedi. That's such an awesome title.
stuff.
Holy shit.
It's like, what does
Yeah,
it
that
mean?
movie will
That's
be
why I'm
badass.
avoiding all the trailers I possibly can for that because it's
Oh yeah, I'm so
no
avoiding
way
the
they
one that they're
can-
releasing soon.
Yeah, like
I wanna
I
watch
have
it
so
so
much,
bad, but I'm
like-
going to try to not.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to avoid the kind of funny Facebook page because everyone always posts like
Everyone
spoilers
posts
and shit in
everything.
there.
I'm like, you're part of the problem.
Everything possible. Avoid it like the plague. You don't want to see it.
really, yeah.
Watch, they're gonna be like,
Gotta stay off
there's-
Facebook.
They're gonna be like, Darth Revan's back. like,
Just
oh
stay-
shit.
Just stay off the internet in general if you want to avoid anything like
Dude,
that.
you know how prepared I was around episode 7? I was like, I got a bunch of like Google Chrome plugins to like block like anything to do having to do with Star Wars.
Really?
I blocked YouTube comments. Like I was so thorough. I went in totally unspoiled, where a lot of my friends had it spoiled. Like the shot of Han getting stabbed with the lightsaber. It's like a bunch of people saw that beforehand because people are assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
Did I tell you my story of how that was spoiled for me?
No, I'd
I have
love
a
to hear
story
it.
about that too.
Go
Go ahead,
Okay,
Max.
so I'm watching Double Lift, who is a League of Legends pro player, and I don't know if you guys like know how like Twitch works or whatever, but they have like the sub or the what's it called,
The chat.
the chat, the text to chat bot reading thing.
Oh yeah, I got
There you go. When you like tip or whatever. So the guy was like saying like, "Oh, blah blah blah, you're a good player," and then in the middle of like complimenting him, he was like, "Han Solo dies,"
Oh my gosh.
like as quickly as he can,
Fuck
like
off.
like mutes the sound, and I was like just nonchalantly listening. I was probably like on my phone at the same time, but I heard it right, and I was like,
Yeah.
I look back at the stream, and the streamer's face is like, "Oh fuck," and I'm just like, "Are you kidding me? This is how it's spoiled for me."
That's
This
wow.
is how it ends.
This is how it
Yeah,
ends.
stupid.
I've gotten most of the big games of like I think it was not 2016 but the year before that spoiled for me because at first it was Batman Arkham Knight where I was watching some like random. I'm gonna spoil all these things by the way. So Batman Arkham Knight. Did you ever finish Batman Arkham Knight?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You just said it took you a while.
I went into
That's
that unspoiled.
Okay.
luckily.
I remember that we talked about it one time. I just didn't want to spoil it. So Batman Arkham Knight, I was watching some video completely unrelated to video games or comics or anything. It just in there like Jason Todd is Arkham Knight. I'm like, fuck.
What? Why do people do that? Like
It like
just
was
out of
completely
nowhere,
unrelated.
like,
Completely
fuck
unrelated.
you up.
But I feel like that was obvious.
It was obvious, but I was like,
Playing that
it's
game.
too obvious. I thought it was too
It
obvious.
was-
It
It was too
obvious.
obvious,
'Cause
and then in interviews they blatantly said it's not.
It's a new character.
It's not Red Hood.
We
Yeah.
made it just for this game. I'm like, fuck off, guys.
But it was Red Hood. You know,
It
fuck
was-
you.
He even had
It
the
was
red
same
hood at the
fucking
end.
character.
Like he turned his lights to like red at the end. It was bullshit.
Yeah, like he took off the Arkham Knight, mask, and now he's Red
Now
Hood.
he's Red Hood.
Fuck you.
It's
It's
bullshit.
same character, just
As-
different mask.
And he had
you
the
can't
whole,
do
He
that.
had the whole like Red Hood like story mission where it's like, oh, it's a different character. Like there's no way Red Hood's right here. Like we play as Red Hood, and then it was
Yeah.
him with the same guns.
No, it's stupid.
And can I spoil Metal Gear Solid 5?
Sure.
Go ahead.
I already
Okay,
know
yeah.
the ending, anyways.
All right. So I got that spoiled for me. Another completely unrelated thing, wasn't related to Metal Gear or games at all. The medic is Venom Snake. I was like, well, fuck. And no, it was the medic is Venom Snake and Big Boss is Ishmael or whatever his name is. I was like, fuck. I
Yeah,
just
it
like
sucks
sat,
when
I
it
just like
happens.
sat there. I'm just like. So then I went into Metal Gear Solid 5 knowing the twist the whole time. I'm like, this sucks. Like why do you have to do this? Like why are you such an asshole that you get
Yeah.
off on that?
Because you go into Metal Gear for the twist.
Yeah.
If you're not there for the twist, what are you there for?
It'd be like going into MGS2 and be like, this is all a simulation.
Yeah. It just makes you sad at the end.
Yeah.
Oh
And then
my
Fallout
God.
4 is like Sean is father or whatever his like title was. It's like fuck. Like why can't I catch a break this year? It's been a little bit better
Oh,
since then.
damn.
But it was just like boom, boom, boom. It was like all completely unrelated. It's like just assholes just doing
Just
that
all
shit.
all the 2015 games
Yeah,
spoiled.
all the 2015 games. I don't know what it was. I didn't get The Witcher spoiled for me, but that you really do have to experience. Yeah,
Hmm.
since then it wasn't that bad, but man, I had a rough 2015 games. Like all the major twists that I was looking forward to.
That sounds like a bad time.
I mean, I didn't really care about Sean. One, I was like, it kind of makes sense, and it's not Batman, and it's not Metal Gear. I'm going around like looting grocery stores. I don't really care too much. but you know, it was rough for a while.
With Uncharted 4, I wouldn't really call this a spoiler. Well, I don't know. I'm taking it as a spoiler. I'm gonna call it out. Um, on probably like PS I Love You or whatever, when they would talk about it, I feel like even before the game came out and they had played it, before everyone else,
Yeah.
they would, joke about like, oh yeah, Nathan Drake dies, but like as a joke, and it's like, well, fuck, I thought he would have died.
So it's like, oh, he
And
obviously doesn't die. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
so
They were gonna kill Drake.
I don't know. It's a thief's end.
Yeah, that
Makes
man,
sense. They could kill him.
That would suck. That
Or-
would suck.
It's funny.
Neil did take over.
Yeah, just like Neil,
Yeah.
you're a sick bastard. Don't do it.
It's funny. Something similar happened to me. I saw on some YouTube comment. It was before The Last of Us came out, and it said Ellie dies. I'm like, fuck. So I'm playing through the game, and I'm expecting her to die the whole time. And then when that part when they're like, oh, we have to kill her, to take, we have to get the cure out of her brain,
Oh,
so
here
she's
we
obviously
go.
gonna die.
Here we
So it's like,
go.
fuck, she's gonna die, And then she ends up not dying, and I was so happy that she didn't die. So I don't know. In the end, it kind of made that experience better because I was just like, oh, thank God she didn't die. I didn't
That's
want
a
her to.
reverse spoiler.
Yeah.
Man. It
We're
was-
spoiling every video game this episode.
They've been out for at least long enough. Like, if you cared about
Yeah.
Uncharted 4, you played Uncharted 4, except for Matt, apparently.
That's true. Yeah.
So, and also with Horizon, when they were joking around, like, it takes place on the moon. And they're,
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
speculating over the
obviously
location.
it didn't, but it could have.
It could have. You never know. It's the Matrix.
I don't even know where it took place, to be honest. California, right?
It was
Yeah, I'm-
the Midwest, the West. Like,
Yeah,
I don't bother watching their stuff when they got like the review copies or whatever. I'm like, nah, just gonna.
yeah. Honestly, it didn't really matter to me where it was set in the end.
yeah, it's like it's all new and overrun by the terraforming anyway.
Yeah.
Marketing.
Yeah, I can. Marketing, yeah. It's everywhere. Maybe you don't notice it, but it's there.
It's
And I feel like-
specifically engineered so that you subconsciously notice it and are affected by it.
Yeah.
Like the thing that Google does, they sell your information so other companies know what to market to you. You'll see in Facebook like these ads that like, oh, I've Google searched this before. Like, how do they know this?
Yeah,
It's pretty
exactly.
freaky. Marketing, everything, and like, no, this is kind of side tangent, but like these face or like any social media, like it's all geared for you to get hooked. Like Instagram, every time you swipe down, it's supposed to like simulate that feeling of doing like a slot machine. You're waiting for more goodies to pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just made for that. That's just how those things are. But it's scary though. They're just controlling you.
I mean, Metal Gear Solid 2 warned us about this.
They did. They
Like,
did.
2001, 2002?
Yeah.
Way ahead
That
of
was a long
the time.
ago.
And that shit's happening now. It's kind of crazy.
Mhm.
I should
Damn.
probably play those games then.
Yeah, you
I'll
probably
Yeah.
learn a lot.
Same.
way ahead of their time in terms of like
Yep.
in terms of like the messaging and like the themes. It's like totally about like surveillance and like controlling the media and all this shit that we deal with now that wasn't really a thing then to the extent. All right, any final thoughts on excessive marketing and trailers and all that fun, wonderful stuff?
Shout out to the marketing for the PS3, like the one with the baby. That one was
That
pretty
one
weird.
fucked me up. I was like, is this
Yeah.
a video game console or am I gonna get like possessed? I don't
Yeah,
know.
early PS3 ads were fucking terrifying.
Yeah, they're nightmare fuel
they're
for
nightmare
little
fuel.
kids,
You
even
must
for
fuck.
us.
And then what was the like in the mid PS3 generation, like the dude that they hired as like the
Oh,
like the mascot, the
Yeah, I know what
spokesperson?
you're talking about.
What is
What's
his
his name? Like Michael something or another.
PS3.
I don't
It was
know.
something Butler.
Butler,
Yeah, something Butler.
Hey,
Kevin Butler? I don't know.
Kevin Butler.
I'm
Yeah,
Googling.
Is that his
Yeah,
name?
Kevin Butler character. Kevin Butler
Okay.
was a marketing character used by Sony Computer Entertainment America as part of their It Only Does Everything from 2009 to 2011 and Long Live Play 2011 advertising campaigns for the PlayStation 3, specifically in North America. So it was like the blue collar worker representing PlayStation, and those were actually pretty funny. I enjoyed those.
Yeah, those are a good idea.
You want
Not-
to talk
not
about
creepy.
getting fucked up from advertising?
Please
Once
do.
I realized that that man wasn't real, I was like so heartbroken.
Just devastated.
What is life?
Because he really spoke to me. Like, man, this guy that is like a head. And he's motion controls on Resistance 3, and you know what? Maybe I'll do it because this guy seems so cool.
He seems so cool. Well, apparently it worked.
Real.
And he is fake.
Man, R.I.P.
Sad day.
Kevin Butler.
No more Kevin Butler.
R.I.P. What is he doing now?
That's a good question.
You know,
Occupation:
Butler.
Vice President of various departments of PlayStation. they fleshed out like the whole Kevin Butler cinematic universe here on the Wikipedia page. He should have been in PlayStation All Stars.
He should have
That would've
been
been fucking
have his
awesome.
own character. I heard there was like some sort of bad blood between him and Sony. I don't know what happened.
Jerry Lambert is his actual name. He has a Twitter.
Oh, okay. That was
Yeah,
just
he
one
has a
claim
Twitter.
to fame.
I'm following him.
he has
Be
a Twitter.
disappointed.
He has a Twitter. He has 573 followers.
That's it.
What?
Yeah,
Ah,
This
people
this
don't
man
know
needs
that
more
he's a star.
followers. Sad. Good old Jerry
It just says
Lambert.
actor, so he's not really doing much. Apparently, doesn't have. Yeah, Jerry Lambert is an American stage film and television actor, voiceover artist, best known for his work on the ABC. So he was on a sitcom, Sons and Daughters, as well as commercials, various commercials. So he's doing stuff, just not. He's no Kevin Butler anymore. That was like his big break, I guess. He's in Geico spots. Oh yeah, Sony sued him. That's what the issue was.
Oh, okay. What'd they sue him for?
Sony is suing Kevin Butler. We're on Kotaku now. So, quote, following a bizarre turn of events in a highly unlikely TV commercial, actor Jerry Lambert, for years the face of the PlayStation brand, is being sued alongside with Bridgestone by none other than Sony itself. Despite having made something of a name of himself playing the fictional PlayStation executive Kevin Butler, last month Lambert appeared in the advertisement for Bridgestone tires playing a competitor's product, the Nintendo Wii. That's so petty. Strangely, the commercial was later edited to remove Lambert from it entirely, which seemed weird, but it may be explained by the fact that on September 11th, Sony Computer Entertainment America filed a suit, spotted by someone like NeoGaf against both Bridgestone and Wildcat Creek, company registered in 2007 by Jerry Lambert, who, according to California Secretary of State data, is also its president. So he used a Wii after he was done with PlayStation.
I guess.
That's fucked up.
That's pretty dumb.
Wow. But this was also PS3 era Sony. That was just made stupid
Oh, that's
decisions all the
true.
time.
Yes, stupid era Sony. They were making it really any good decisions on. But hey, they ended up selling more than Xbox that generation.
At the end,
So they did
that was talk about an uphill climb on that one.
yeah, they had to fight for that. Starting out with a $600 PlayStation.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Get a second job, they said.
I can't believe they would say that.
Horses. Gosh. Anyways,
You'll buy anything.
it's time for I Recommend, where one of us recommends to the group something for the others to check out. It can be anything, and last time we recommended South Park Season 11, Episode 1, entitled With Apologies to Jesse Jackson. So I thought this was a pretty funny little episode. Kind of bouncing off our topic last week about PewDiePie dropping the N-bomb. What did you guys think of this episode?
I think this episode was very, very relevant to today, and especially with the PewDiePie thing. Like, I don't know. I saw so many similarities, and I don't. It was everyone should watch it because it pertains to the PewDiePie thing exactly.
Yeah,
What was
especially
funny?
I was gonna say just real quick, like how he was trying to like rid this name from him, but in the sense like saying it a bunch of times and like keeping it in the like public relevance. That was kind of interesting. I don't know.
Mhm. I just thought it was funny that this episode it came out in 2007. That
Still,
was 10 years
Yep.
ago.
still just as relevant, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It stands the test of time.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like that show is so smart. Like it kind of knew, this is gonna be a problem for a while, so we have to address it now and let people know. But I just thought it was so great how they called him, what was his name, Randy? Is that his name? Randy Marsh?
Randy, yeah.
Yeah, they called him, the N-word man, and that basically correlated to N-word, and there's this whole
Yep.
group of people who didn't like N-word people, and I just thought that was totally great. Just totally got it right there. It was basically the same thing, but it was a funny episode. I mean, I feel like.
Apologize.
Yeah.
Apologize.
I feel like comedy, they get a free pass for that kind of stuff, because they're kind of trying to portray a message there,
South Park
not
portrays everything. Like they tackle every issue.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's a good show.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I liked when he ran into like all the groups of like the group of like the most prominent celebrities who have used the word like derogatorily.
Yep.
Like Kramer and like all that. It's like,
Yeah, Michael Richards.
It's so funny.
Uh,
The whole episode was just it was very well written. I'm really glad this was recommended because yeah, like you said, like it's still just as relevant, unfortunately.
mhm.
I forgot about the B story with Cartman, and
And
that
the
was just
music,
added.
Yeah.
Yep,
was
that
so
was
creative.
added comedy.
He's just in the middle of the like. I just imagine like being in an assembly like that, just like the one kid laughing that there always is.
So does that mean like midget is equivalent to saying the N-word?
No,
Like,
no.
No, but it's like just preferred. That's not the preferred term.
what
I
is the
guess.
preferred terms? Little people?
I guess so.
Because that doesn't sound much better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't
There's
really
dwarf.
speak to all that.
Yeah.
I just know like midget probably not a cool thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
He makes the whole like grade like gang up on him like when he comes in like say hi fatso or whatever.
Yeah.
he just takes like this kid's opinion personally.
Yeah.
And they
He's
just
just a grown-ass adult getting all offended over a fourth grader.
Yeah. How
That's
long?
what cracks me up.
How long have they been in fourth grade? Like
For the last 20 years.
20
So
years.
long.
It's kind of like The Simpsons. It's like they're just perpetually the same age.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're still in fourth grade. Maybe they moved up to fifth grade.
Oh, congratulations! Even if,
But like that
even
was
if every
very
episode-
recent if they did.
Yeah, even if every episode was one day, like it still would be way too many.
Yeah, because there's been like 21 seasons of that show or more.
Didn't the
Yep.
21st just start?
Shit, that's a lot of fucking seasons.
Still going strong.
And it's hard to start from the beginning of that show because it looks totally different from what it does now.
Yeah,
It was way better in the beginning though.
Really? Okay, I'll have to get another try.
It always evolved with its time.
That's true, because
Yeah.
if you go back and watch it, you won't get the references as well as the ones now, because you don't really remember it, or you didn't really care. Yeah.
That and it was a lot less like reference heavy back in the day, especially compared to now when it's like this
Mhm.
episode or this whole season. I think the whole season, past couple seasons, are about like Trump.
Yeah,
And
it's entirely social commentary.
Ugh,
That
I feel like
Yeah.
this is too much because
like there might have been some racial commentary back then, just because it's been around forever. But like now it's like way big into current events.
Hmm.
Gotta evolve, especially if we're gonna survive that long.
That's true.
And God, I just loved. I really enjoyed this episode. Like just the idea of going to Washington to get a just one word banned, not like the actual slur, but the slur
Yeah.
plus guy. Like just the whole thing was funny. Just like having the news anchor like accidentally say it and just gets arrested like immediately. It was a good episode.
Yeah, I just thought it was so funny when when it was N and then blank GG ER and all the African Americans were staring at him,
Just, like,
like
saying
giving
It
their
him
was
next
so
words
perfect.
very
The
Like a
setup
mean
was
look.
perfect.
yeah. I was just dying at that point.
Could you
was
imagine
like,
if
no,
Wheel of
it's
Fortune actually like put that up
uh,
as the word? It's like, what else would it be? Oh, okay. Nick didn't even think of that.
I mean, most people would have, I'm sure everyone was thinking, it was the N word, not naggers,
That's why all the the cameraman was just like, "What is happening? Like seriously?"
Yeah.
Oh, and
like really that.
when he's like going around like doing like the exposing himself to black culture or whatever, and he's like, I bet I'm just really tired of being reminded of the mistakes of the past to like this crowd, and they're just like looking at him like, what the fuck are you like talking about?
Yeah.
It's so good. Might check out a little more.
And the part where Congress or whatever, and they're voting on should they ban it, and then it's like
All the white people raise their hand.
there's a bigger issue here.
Yeah. Like why don't we ban the N word instead of N word plus guy?
Well, and there was just like there was one black guy out of like all of them.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
Yeah, great episode. Still just as poignant today. Go check that out if you haven't already. And
Yep.
the recommendation for this week. Take us home, Eli.
Okay. I kind of like jokingly was gonna suggest the Ken Burns Civil War documentary. I'm sure it's pretty good. Are we sticking with that one?
Yeah, sure. Screw it.
Let's go for it.
Let's go.
Already here.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Ken Burns is a pretty good documentarian, and Community kind of turned it into a like his style of filmmaking, especially in Civil War, into like they kind of jokingly remade it in one of their episodes about when Troy and Abed had their pillow fight versus their pillow fort versus blanket fort fight. And Ken Burns, great filmmaker. You should watch the Civil War documentary. It's kind of long, but check it out.
Check it out.
So where can we find this? Where can we watch
I think it's on like PBS.
So we're gonna have to go searching for it on a Netflix.
Yeah,
everywhere.
I could be wrong.
I'm sure
You
it's
can find
somewhere.
it as easily as you found like The Room
Oh.
or something, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
is this
sad
a
it's out
cult
there.
classic? We don't know.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, probably.
Scary Lifetime movies. Ken Burns, The Civil War.
Hey man, Civil War was scary.
It was. It really was. It's horrific. Well, in that case,
I wouldn't want to do it.
nobody wants to do it. It's horrific.
Definitely not.
A bunch of experimental weapons that fuck people up like way more than anyone even had any idea of. No, thank you. Well, with that, this has been episode 10 of Gridlife Digest. Thank you so much for listening. You can head over to gridlifedigest.com to see everything we post and consider subscribing on iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube so you never miss a topic. We'll be back next Wednesday with another conversation. Thank you so much, guys. This was a really long one, but a fun one. Some great laughs in there.
It's episode 10.
It's episode 10.
Yeah.
Episode 10, guys.
We're at
Episode X.
episode X. I'm not going to put it as episode X, but I kind of want to.
Do it for the memes.
Do it for
Episode
the memes.
X part
Yep.
2 versus 3.
Versus 3. Dream drop distance. Anyway, look out for our spoiler cast / retrospective series called Gridlife Love Letters. Look out for that. First episode is on Uncharted. We will see you guys next week.